That's what we got, round and round, just cruising the block. Time passes so fast, we don't check the clock. To the hip, to the hop, non-stop. I'm just chilling the millin', you wanna go to a party and throw your hand in the ceiling. Never revealing your feeling, but I tell in your face. You want the hockey and banana, back to my place. And we can take a stop by your favorite ice cream shop and get that chocolate vanilla with that cherry on top. We cool with ease, feel the breeze, smoke some trees. Used to wake up in the morning wearing my tees. Yeah, so where we at now? I'm taking it back now. I call a couple of times and you were like, not now. Can I call you later? But you hit me anyway. I wanna rock with you like my name was MJ.
Girl, close your eyes. Let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it. There ain't nothing that you so baby, just keep on moving. Oh, gotta rock it, don't stop it. Gotta rock it, don't stop, no.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah.
Can I make you move now? Yes, I can. So you can get this movement up back in my can. I can make it round the world when it holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn World.
Our partners at BetOnline continue to be the number one source for all your betting needs and sports info. Hey, y'all, it's your man Lloyd Spence, and look, you can find all the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA and NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball, fights, and even next season's NFL futures, all at BetOnline. Don't forget this weekend is the Run to the Roses in the Kentucky Derby, so you know you want to get involved in that. Look, BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. And it's super easy to get started. Head to the website today, use your mobile device to join, and use our promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. It's BetOnline, y'all. Get over there quick, because it's the Run for the Roses. And it's where the game starts. Talkin NOIZ makes sense.
Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin NOIZ himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. NOIZ, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother NOIZ, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle NOIZ, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin NOIZ is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin NOIZ.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo!
It's not really hump day. But we didn't come on yesterday. I
was like, how fast can I type it's Thursday?
I know what day it is, but we didn't come on yesterday. We didn't have a show on Wednesday.
But
we
you
didn't have a
said
daily show, and we did a repeat show yesterday, and we did the 5. The 5 was good, but we didn't have a show.
But the camel said, guess what day it is?
Well, he says things, and I go with it because he's funny.
Oh, well.
So there you go.
Okay.
Talkin NOIZ, everybody. It's your man Lloyd Spence. It's Mama NOIZ. We up in the building. The virtual building.
Mm-hmm.
We're here. We're ready to rock and roll. Do our thing. We got a great show planned for you today. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Got a lot to talk about today.
Oh,
we started to make this a Black Friday, but it's Thursday on a plastic bag being crushed by a building. But there's some uncertainty as to tomorrow's show. So we may or may not have a show tomorrow. We don't know yet, but we'll keep you guys posted. And as the developments unfold for what we're going to decide to do. But at any rate, tonight we're going to have a good time and a lot to discuss on today's show. It's going to feel kind of Black Friday-ish because there's a lot to discuss. But we didn't call it Black Friday. We called it Vicarious Lessons.
You know, you're looking kind of good over there, Mr. NOIZ.
Let me finish my intro, please. Vicarious Lessons from Pastor Dave and friends. Now, what are you talking about?
You're looking all good over there.
Well, a Sigma man looks good every day.
What?
You feel me?
I see how you stopped and paused for your profile. Okay.
How's everybody feeling? The noisemakers, how y'all doing tonight? It's good to see y'all. We driving the train high on love. We're here, man. We're here. I feel like I have been in such a grind here lately that it's just like I can't catch up to my sleep. Like it's like my sleep is like, oh, whoa, what you trying to do, dog? Oh, stop putting your hands on me, brother. And I'm like, but I gotta sleep. It's like, whoa, Matrix. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on, but I'm making it though.
And I was thinking you was gonna quote Dion, who done already went to see the early screening of Doctor Strange in the multiverse.
Did he?
I'm saying maybe you felt like you was still in a multiverse or something.
I feel like I'm in a multiverse. I haven't. I'm gonna have to check with Dion, see what he thought about.
Well, you know, tonight was the early screening.
I don't like going to stuff like the early screenings.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know if I do.
You like to see stuff before everybody else.
Yeah, but from the privacy of my living room, I ain't trying to get up in those.
Oh, what?
I'm just kidding. Cuz, what's going on?
Oh,
Mama Noise, it's good to see you back and smiling. The other time we saw you, you didn't look too good. You didn't sound too good.
yeah. Thank you. You was up there trying to talk about I got that Coco 19 and all that.
When you get sick, Mama Noise, do you usually get rude?
Let me see.
The answer is yes.
What? No, it's not rude.
The answer is yes.
Cranky.
Rude as hell. Let me just tell you.
Cranky, rude. Okay.
Well, Mr. Noise is the same way. He's
no, he ain't asked me about it. He ain't asked me about me.
Well, I mean, we compliment each other.
Do you get rude when you get sick? That was the question.
And I responded with, I'm just as cranky.
No, you didn't respond at all. I responded, yes.
Well, let me help you. Mr. Noise is cranky when he's sick too.
Well, when I get sick, he'll ask you about me. Until the end, let's focus on what we asked.
Well, we together on this.
No, I'm getting out.
No, let me try to get out the car.
What's up, my brother?
Tired as a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
I can see how he would be tired. I do. The visual of that makes me tired. Just
I
thinking about that.
where you would even find a statement like
the
that?
The effort that it takes to even get the win is just a lot. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. It's a lot.
I've been out there working in the yard. These damn white heat-tails in my neighborhood, they're pissing me off.
Because they'll tell on you. They tattletales.
Uh-oh.
They're tattletales.
Oh, no, I ain't talking about that.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Ain't nobody gonna tell on me with my yard. My shit is too legit to quit. But
okay, all right. Shout out to the 1990s.
I don't like it when they come for me. I'm very prideful when it comes to my yard.
What do you mean they come for you? What do you mean?
I mean, don't be trying to outdo me.
Oh, it's a competition.
It's a pee-pee contest.
What kind of contest, Mama Noise?
Pissing.
No, I said a pee-pee contest.
She been pissing.
Because I'm not going to say that. So I'll just tell you.
But you can't, we're not 5. You can't say pee-pee.
Well, I mean, I'm a lady. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's why I said pissing for you.
No, I won't say it.
I didn't ask you to. I said I'd say it for you.
Who pee-pee's the highest on the wall?
No, you can't say pee-pee. It's pissing. Listen, I'm the guy laying down the coat for you so you can walk over. She meant pissing.
Mr. Joyner, that's how you are about your yard?
I used to be that way about ours.
Yeah, I'm really competitive. If nothing else in my own mind, I don't like to be.
And you can tell when they're coming for you too, because then they start trimming.
Oh my God.
And then they split up a little flower. They want to trim the hedges. Oh, is that what we're doing? All right, so you want to have the nicest trimmed edges? I see what you're asking. They're trying to put pressure on you, brother. Don't let them do it.
This is intense.
Real men take care of their yard, Mama Noise.
I mean, apparently.
And they look nice. Your yard should look so good. Your yard should look as good as your head.
Oh.
You got a nice haircut, nice shave. When your shit is right, your yard should look the exact same way. Should be right.
I'm glad you cleaned that up. Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Let's move on.
You know what, Mama Noise? You nasty. I like it, but you nasty though.
I'm just saying, you're talking about, your yard should look as nice as you.
You're a nasty girl.
I do believe men should take pride in their yard. I believe
man.
So what did they do to make you feel that that they was
exactly what I said? They trim the hedges.
No, I'm saying specifically. What did they do?
For instance, I have a neighbor 2 doors down, not the one next to me, but the one next to him, and I don't know the exact number, but I believe that Mother Hubbard spent about $30,000 in his front yard last week.
Hey, doing what?
Totally re-landscaped it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to throw up all the raggedy dirt and all that raggedy grass and put down sod and the whole nine.
Well, there was nothing wrong with his yard. He just wanted to upgrade it.
No, he knew he wanted to
put in new steps and it just.
He knew what he was doing. He saw your yard and he was like,
exactly.
He knew what he was doing.
That's what it is. Trust me.
That's what it is.
It said new steps. What the?
I put the heat on these YHTs up in there. I don't around.
And they just listen. It ain't YHTs. My old neighborhood when I was growing up, all around me except for my neighbor on the right, a reverend that you used to know.
Yeah, I know he talking.
He didn't keep his yard right. We used to talk about him like a dog.
You're not gonna put down the reverend.
I ain't gonna put down the reverend, but he was his yard sucked most days.
Well, maybe the reverend.
Everybody else, especially the one directly across the street from me, he'd be out there with his water hose, watering it. Then he went and bought some special bricks and outlined the flower bed. And I said, okay, nigga, I see what you're trying to do. But I ain't here for it. I will embarrass you out here with this. I started putting angling my grass cuts. I used to angle it to where it would be wavy looking.
Wow,
you ain't just gonna be, you mother. I mean, I see what you're doing.
Wow, Anthony Bruce said, "Forget that grass." I got.
He did say he got a little aggressive. I don't know why. He got real aggressive just now. I don't think that's the right approach to take. I think you gotta make your grass look good.
Well, maybe it's because a lot of young men were forced to cut the grass growing up, and they got to be older and said, "Forget that."
Well, I was forced to cut grass when I was a kid. My daddy would wake us up right early. He would wake us up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Got that grass. I don't know how that happened because in our neighborhood, if you start up a mower before 8, they coming for you. That's a noise ordinance. You better not start up no more at 6 o'clock.
What's happening right now? The aggression of the
start hours up at 6 o'clock in the morning and get out there and try to beat that heat.
Wait a minute. Cuz, did you just say in the Crooked Letter there's a noise ordinance?
No. I said I don't know how we got away with starting the mower at 6 o'clock in the morning back in the day.
Oh, okay.
But we did. Now you can't do that here.
There's a noise
ordinance now. No, you can't. You got. Yeah, some neighborhoods you can't be out just cutting grass all willy.
You can't start it.
You can't start before 8. And believe me, these Mexicans. Did I say something wrong? These Mexicans.
Oh, you did just fine.
No, it's the landscapers.
What?
They be out here with them lawnmowers, looking at their watch, and as soon as they hit, they crank. They ready to go.
Fired up. They say you.
Now I will agree with that. The landscapers around here at this complex be sitting outside until exactly 8 o'clock, and then they will start the lawn.
They be ready to go.
I will agree with that. That's true. I never knew that was a noise ordinance, but
well, you gotta better respect your neighbors. You can't be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's rude. Even though it is hot in Texas, I get it, but you can't do that. That's not cool.
If I wasn't on this here podcast, I'd go out here and cuss out one of my neighbors right here. I see him outside right now. I'd go out there and cuss him out. What the hell are you trying to do?
What? Are you out there right now trying to do something?
Yeah, he got the Mexicans out there right now.
Dirty dog.
Wow, I had no idea.
This competitive, Mama. No, it's not a game.
Clearly, I mean, y'all talking about cussing folk out for cutting their grass?
Oh, when I see him, I'm gonna cuss him out because he trying me. He trying me.
Unbelievable. Okay, I had no idea that there were these type of challenges going on in the neighborhood, because I won't call it hood. The neighborhood.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, we got a good one here for you tonight. I think Our brother is out taking care of Derby business, so we wish him a Godspeed.
Who that?
Out here in these Derby streets?
Who that?
Al B.
Oh,
yeah. So we're gonna rock.
He's gonna work the Derby or something. When is
something like that? We don't put all his business in the street, but he's out there this weekend. It's Friday, it's Saturday. Well, it started already. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. So
it's not just a horse event the day of. It's
God, no. They've been having events the last 2 weeks. It started last Saturday with was it last Saturday or Saturday before last? Saturday before last with Thunder over Louisville.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole week event of that.
What is Thunder over Louisville? Don't be just talking like we know what you're talking about. What's Thunder over?
A lot of people know what I'm talking about. So Thunder over Louisville is a firework presentation. It's the largest firework presentation in the country. And they do a big, gigantic kickoff with all these fireworks. Huh?
Is that what y'all tell yourselves? It's the largest in the country?
Not so much we tell ourselves as it is the largest firework presentation in the country.
Oh, yeah.
It's an hour-long firework presentation, and it's the largest one in the country. Don't hate because you'll never have anything like that in Mississippi.
I want to celebrate. I'm not here to hate.
Well, it felt like you got it in your Mississippi feelings, and we don't need that. We do not need that tonight.
You know, 6 sparklers and 1 firecracker is Jackson, Mississippi.
I'm gonna go ahead and cuss my neighbor.
Why are you mad? Wow, that's aggressive.
Unbelievable.
That is really aggressive. I don't think but I understand that. What up, Ron?
What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Mama?
We good. Mama
Kyrie.
back.
She's looking better, feeling good.
Yeah, she's doing good, man. Now this ninja asked me to explain Derby, and then he gets up and walks away to go.
What
kind of rude is that?
That's most black people.
That's most black people.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Well, look.
Right, this was your idea. I know what Derby is.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody else on this screen know what Derby is except for you.
Well, no, you know what? We may have listeners that on the podcast that are not familiar with what Kentucky Derby is.
For the listeners, we'll tell them. For the listeners, we would tell them Mama Noise, but for Cuz Noise, the nigga need to use Google. If he won't find out what it is.
That's true. Sean, I ain't gonna lie to you. If he gets locked up and we still that is going to make for some good podcasting right there.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I am not gonna hold you.
I wish he left his camera on so we could see.
I know he should have left his camera on because that would have been awesome.
No, we don't need to see.
No, I want to see. I want to see the whole lockup situation.
The lawn games.
Right.
Got the little Mexican do over. No speak English. No speak English.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was no way to escape that one.
God damn, that was racist.
I actually, speaking of races, I actually gave white organists the night off tonight. I gave all the musicians the night off tonight. I just felt like it was Derby weekend and just let them have their fun.
Oh, well, that was thoughtful.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People know we're here now. We don't have to call it to worship every time.
Okay.
Even though we do, but we didn't tonight. It's a celebratory weekend, and so I gave folk the night off.
And here I was thinking that you was going to segue into your topic from the drop you just made.
Well, I am going to do that, Mama Noise. How well you know me.
Good job.
But I was trying to wait for Cuz to get back from slapping it out of his neighbors, which I personally think is inappropriate to do on the podcast. But whatever. It's his life.
I didn't realize this. This is really a peek into manology that you guys really have issue with the next door neighbor having a better.
I don't know if that's true for every man.
Oh,
like that might not be true for for Ron. Ron might not have those issues.
I don't care what the neighbor of yours look like. I don't give a damn.
See, Ron don't have a problem with it.
Who cuts your yard, Ron?
I used to. Now my kids do.
And you don't care how the front yard looks, Ron?
I don't give a damn. It's grass.
Wow. See.
That shit grass and some hedges. I don't give a damn about that. I got more important shit to worry about. Trying to keep my inside of my house looking good. Damn it.
Oh my gosh.
They were really worried about you in the
chat,
in the chat, cause you know you got some you got off aggressively, and many predicted that you'd come back looking like Martin. I didn't want that for your life. I was like, don't do it. Don't come back like that. But that wasn't.
It's just little friendly banter that we do back and forth amongst some of the guys here in the neighborhood, because everybody works hard to keep their yard looking nice. For the most part. So, I mean, I take great pride when they walk by my yard. They be staring. They be looking like, damn. I don't fuck around.
I ain't got that much time on my hands.
Business.
So okay, so you do you use the Mexicans to do yours, or you do it yourself?
Oh hell no, I ain't no Mexican cutting my yard. I cut my own yard.
Are you? Is that because you're racist?
Huh?
Is that because you're racist, or you just want to do it yourself?
No, it's really a pride thing for me. When I was a kid, my daddy used to take pride in winning. We used to have Yard of the Month competition in our neighborhood, and my dad used to win Yard of the Month. He took.
Hold on one second.
That is the southernest shit I've heard.
Yard of the Month.
I ain't gonna say Jackson, Mississippi. It's the southern shit I've heard in my lifetime.
Oh my God! Yard of the Month.
Yeah.
What do you get for Yard of the Month? Like a pie for
competition in the neighborhood where you win Yard of the Month?
Hell no. Everybody ain't heard of that shit.
No.
Yard of the Month? What are we on, the Brady Bunch? What is this? Leave the Beaver?
You can make you can make fun of how I was raised all you want to. I don't give a damn. But I'm telling you, my daddy used to compete for that, and we would stick that sign in our yard, and he took great pride in having one of the better looking yards.
There was a sign. There was a sign for Yard of the Month.
Yeah, and then
what did it say? We won.
And then why he couldn't compete.
What else do you win for Yard of the Month besides the sign? Like, is it a?
No, it's just a pride thing, man. You ain't gonna get no stamps or no shit like that.
Well, I'm just trying to see what you get. Like, is it McDonald's coupons or something? Like, what do you get?
You get a free month of without having the police call on you.
An apple pie.
No,
you get like a free get out of jail card for black people.
Yeah.
No,
you get a sign in the yard, so when people ride by, they know that was recognized by the HOA as the best looking yard in the neighborhood.
That's what I thought.
So that home was completely protected from lynching, is what you're telling me.
Oh, damn.
So how many times did little black kids run around the neighborhood stealing signs? Go put in other people's yard.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you can't steal it because once they know where, they have to keep the sign there. They anchor it down to know where not to lynch or burn crosses. I think that's important. Shopley. Where in Shopley they used to do that, Sean?
See, wherever there was
that in my neighborhood. We never had that in my neighborhood. Wasn't nobody put up no Yard of the Month.
I'll be honest with you. I did not know that the neighborhoods in Mississippi, like Jay described, had a homeowners association.
I thought you were gonna say you think they had yards.
What'd you say?
I thought she was gonna say she didn't think they had yards. I
thought they had yards or big farms, whatever you want to call it. But I didn't think there was. I think the homeowners association was really just a makeup of the choir, right. The church board, and parts of the Ku Klux Klan. They just all got together.
No, I did not.
Did you have to pay to be on contract?
No, you just had to keep your yard looking nice and make sure it was edged, make sure your trees and bushes and shrubberies were trimmed and everything swept down and looking nice.
So it wasn't a real homeowners association.
Make sure your trees were canopied. Your trees couldn't be overgrown and all that other shit.
So it wasn't a real homeowners association. Like you wasn't paying dues and all that.
You know, I don't remember if my parents paid dues or not, but I do know that we had an active association. For instance, during the Christmas season, everybody had to have a white Christmas tree in their yard.
You have a white one?
When you pull into the neighborhood, you look up the street, and every house had a white Christmas tree lit up with lights, and it was really, really a pretty sight to see when everybody's uniform and doing it together.
You get the button on the fact it's a white.
I was thinking the same thing. I feel like this is a button-worthy.
God damn, that was racist. That was racist.
Why you can't have no green tree?
The white represented the snow, you dumbasses.
What snow? Ain't no snow in Mississippi.
Well, don't look at me like that. They're coming on all this old stupid shit. So I'm just gonna let them know right now.
God.
I thought it was watches what you was talking about.
Ain't no snow in Mississippi.
That's why we did the white tree. I mean, because everybody wants, snow.
That's why they told you they were doing the white tree.
You was spray painted. We were spray painted.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, okay. The white Christmas tree represent the lack of snow.
Yeah.
Correct.
Why you can just have a regular tree?
Just like we put a snowman out here in Texas and it's 7 degrees during Christmas. I mean, it's the same difference. Ain't no
don't do that
snow on the ground here in Christmas.
I don't know. The white trees got
75 degrees this past Christmas.
Well, a couple years ago, y'all had a.
We did have a white Christmas once upon a time.
What, in Texas?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
It was really long time.
I am deeply concerned about the white Christmas trees, and we'll have to have a whole show about that. I think
that you had to spray it.
Represented snow on the damn tree. So
the fact that you had to spray paint
when the lights were on the tree, it looked real pretty as you're driving through the neighborhood.
my concern is the requirement of the neighborhood that we all got to have a white tree. So what if I don't have it? Do I get a burning cross?
Well, that's the problem with most of you ninjas. You're always concerned about something. You just don't do what you're supposed to do.
Shouldn't I be concerned about something? Do I just need to get it? Yes, the boss. Paint my tree, boss.
Well, the state of Mississippi does not have white Christmas trees.
You know what I would tell everybody that's asked for that white Christmas tree?
We have plenty of neighborhoods, and you still have some neighborhoods that try to have uniformity. It's more difficult now because we have been infiltrated by Indians that don't necessarily celebrate Christmas.
What the hell?
Infiltrated?
Nope.
God damn, that was racist. That was racist.
Why the Indians getting blamed for this?
We infiltrated them. It wasn't the other way around.
Mm.
Not those Indians. Not those Indians, bro.
From India.
Yeah. He's talking about
They don't celebrate.
Are people from India called Indians?
What else would you call them?
I mean, we're native. We're native Indians here in the U.S.
No, you're not. You're Native Americans.
But they're Indians. They're Indians in the U.S. I'm just trying to figure out.
Y'all call them Indians. The racists call them Indians. They are the Native Americans. They were here first.
I get that. So I'm just trying to figure out. So how do we call people from India Indians too?
Because the name of their country is India.
First of all, there was Cherokees, and there was.
That's what I'm saying, Kyrie. He's overlooking that point.
I'm not overlooking nothing. I'm trying to explain to you. The whole damn country is called India.
But they didn't come.
What else you gonna call them?
They're not the Indians of the United States.
Oh my God.
They're not the Native Americans. No, they're not.
They're not. You know why they're not the Indians of the United States? Because there are no Indians in the United States. That's a racist term.
The Native Americans. It is a
Indian is a racist term.
Yeah.
Technically, Native American would technically be the racist term because they was not actually Native American. We just gave them a damn name because we didn't want to call them Indians.
Well, we probably all of us racist.
Yes.
but Native American is the closest thing to respect we can give them because they were here first.
A person that's the word Indian is racist?
Yes.
Mama Noah, stop.
Technically, can we call them
Why do you think
No.
Cuz,
one second, I have to address Ron.
What did he say? What did he say?
He's doing the popping with the African pop and all that with his. It was very inappropriate. So there you go.
Yeah, that might have been the original. You don't know what the original was, man. Y'all wasn't here.
The reason why I'm asking is because being in middle school, one of the classes that they teach here in Texas is Texas history, and all they talk about is all the different types of Indians. They're not saying
surprise.
No, wait a minute. They're not saying, well, we want you guys to know all the different types of Native Americans. They said these are the.
I'm gonna stall you out here because this is gonna take forever if we don't stop it. You're surprised that backwards ass, racist ass Texas is teaching racist stuff? That's shocking to you?
They scared to teach racism in Texas. What are you talking about?
I'm just telling you, that's how it works. Of course, they're gonna teach you the alternate truths. It's up to us to find out what the real truth are.
So you go to different types of Indians and say, what type of Native American are you?
They laugh.
What tribe did you
Yes.
come from?
First of all, you don't go to an Indian. You go to another Native American and ask that Native American, what is your background?
So anybody that calls me black, a black woman, is a racist term because they don't call me African American?
That's up to you. If you want to choose to be a black woman or an African American.
I'm just asking the question.
Technically, she's right based on your point.
Listen. I agree with
He ain't right.
I gotta agree with the black woman and African American. I do gotta agree with that.
He ain't right.
Mr. Noise. We do have to cut this off because some people are helpless.
What?
Smack him up.
There's no hope. But anyway, Mama Noise, listen. The term Indians, it was considered racist because of how they portrayed the red man in this country. So he was wearing the paint, the war paint. And they portrayed them as Indians of battle. And therefore, we had the cowboys fighting the Indians. And we didn't even call them Indians after a while. We call them Indians. So that was a racist thing, that way that they tried to portray the Indians. They're not Indians. They are Native Americans. The Indians are from India. They're not from America. Southeast Asia.
Well, why they ain't called Asians?
Well, they are from technically Asia, but
Now everybody changing their terms tonight.
I'm just trying to. I mean, because it sounds complicated.
Just don't turn.
It's always been complicated.
Just don't change your pronoun. You change your term, just don't change your pronoun.
Yo,
the issue was white people gave us most of our names, and as you get older, are more aware, are more woke, you realize that they were really, for instance, black. They called us black because black, negative, bad, dark, evil.
That's why all your good stuff is white.
Everything
Jesus, white, angel, white wings. Everything that's peaceful is white. I wave the white flag when something ends.
Which is why I'm not going to participate with putting no white tree in my yard. I'm putting the tree in the damn yard.
It's a tree. It's not a person.
But they want you. But see, you're not getting the psychological shit. You're not getting it. They're trying to play with your mind, Jay.
So next, you're gonna put your pretty art on a black piece of paper.
I might, Jay. I don't know. But what I'm not doing is playing the white man's game, Jay.
Oh my God.
Playing the white man's game.
You walked right into that one. You knew that was coming, Jay. You knew that was coming. He waited for you the entire time to do that.
There you go. All right, let's get to the show. Thanks, Mama Noise. I can always count on you to take it somewhere we had no business going.
That was sarcastic.
No, it was good. I appreciate it.
You're like, thanks, Mama Noise.
I do. Listen, but real talk.
You did you just
Real talk. You own brand today, Mama Noise, because we're learning vicarious lessons from people like Pastor Dave, like Cuz Noise, that from our friends and family. Listen, the key to a vicarious lesson is to watch what happened, take the lesson out of it so that you don't have to go through it yourself. I don't have to Jay put up white trees, racist Christmas trees, so I wouldn't have to.
Maybe I should put up a black a black snowman next time.
Maybe you should, Jay. Represent your people.
Right.
That would be like a big old.
Are you scared, Jay?
I think I'm gonna represent my folks a different kind of way versus a black snowman.
You know what?
Yeah, that might be a big old.
Go ahead, Mama Noise.
A big old pile of something in your yard if it's a instead of a snowman.
I don't think you take it seriously.
No, I was not.
Oh.
I said of something. And all I gotta do is depend on y'all to finish it.
I don't think you're taking it as seriously as you need to, Jay. Represent your people. You got these white folks that you out here putting up white Christmas trees and shit. They put pressure on you. You fight back. Fight the power. You got to fight the powers that be.
You need to find a more effective way to fight the power than a damn tree.
That's not it. That
ain't gonna do it.
Well, listen, tomato, okay? Let's keep going. We really got a lot to talk about. It's gonna take us forever at this point. Okay. Where do we start? Do we start with Pastor Dave? Let's start with Pastor Dave. I wish I could show y'all the video. If y'all ain't seen it by now, this is your fault. It's been out for 24 plus hours. By now, you should have seen all the videos, okay? If you want to see it, I can inbox you on Facebook or YouTube or send you the link on YouTube, whatever. But you need to see it for yourself. So here, let me set the scene. It's the 4th day of the Netflix is a Joke Festival hosted by Dave Chappelle at the Hollywood Bowl. At this point, he has sold out 4 consecutive shows of about 80 to 90,000 people. It is a smashing success at this point. He is closing out the 4th show, walking the stage, thanking the people, thanking the DJs, when all of a sudden, a young man jumps up on the stage and tackles him to the ground, knocks him to the ground. Now, what this young man didn't understand is that Dave and his set of friends are hood. So they decided to catch the young man backstage or in the back of the stage, and they proceeded to whoop his entire ass. Now, they stopped him, they beat him, they kicked him, they did whatever you do to a nigga when he's violated your space. Then they decided, after that, he was arrested, broken arm and busted face and all, taken out of the arena on a gurney and put in a ambulance and taken to the hospital. Now, updating today, the police have decided, because the young man, I think his name was Lester Kelly, I think is his name. He was taken to the court today, and the judge decided that the fake gun that they found on him that turned into a knife was not actually a weapon, nor did he actually pull the weapon out. So he will not be charged with a felony.
Wow.
It will be a misdemeanor at best.
This is not it's not good.
So now here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Another person has rushed the stage, chosen violence, although in this particular case, he was clearly unprepared for the assignment. But another person has rushed the stage. So I asked my esteemed panel here at Talkin NOIZ, what are your thoughts in regards to Pastor Dave and his merry band of men going through this experience and also whooping this young man's ass?
Well, I'm gonna go first this time, only because I'm so short with it.
Sure, okay.
I don't give a damn.
What does that mean? What do you mean you don't give a damn? What does that mean?
He's doing some stuff. He must be.
Okay, I need to even come back and explain that. That didn't make.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about
All
that.
right, what do you mean you don't give a damn?
I had my maid to bring me some water.
Ah, okay.
Lies.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't give a damn? I'm trying to understand.
My daughter's my maid.
Mhm.
I don't give a damn. So I don't know how I can elaborate on that. Listen. Violence happens all the time.
Not this kind of violence.
Why is this one so big?
Because this doesn't happen all the time. People don't rush stages in front of 80,000 people.
Violence happens all the time. People,
but not this kind of violence.
All the time. Well,
no.
Is it because he's on a stage, on a platform that we care? Is it because he's a celebrity? Is it because, I mean, why is it that it's so?
Are you really asking this question right now?
Because he has security. I mean, but what? Listen. You don't think Dave and his band of men are going to be charged? You don't think
they haven't been charged. They've already told they're not going to be charged.
Really?
Why would they be charged?
The shoe was turned on the other foot. If Wahite ran up on the stage, I'm sorry. If Black Man ran up on the stage at the Country Music Awards and they beat his ass to a pulp backstage, what would be our response? You didn't have to do all that to him. That was too much. Y'all trying to kill.
I don't know.
But we okay it. We we would. Okay then. So if the cops beat your ass to a pulp,
well, that's different.
Wait now. If the cops beat your ass to a pulp because you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, well, are we okay with that? But we okay with Dave and whipping his ass? Really?
See, I think you're shifting the narrative considerably here, and
you don't like my argument.
Well, it's not that I don't like your argument. I think your argument is flawed because you're shifting the narrative. If a black man ran up on the stage at the Country Music Awards, which I think is relevant to your question, and the white man whipped his ass, he earned that ass whooping.
That ain't what we were saying. You know damn well.
I would say it. You asked me what I would say. I would say, damn, bro, you probably shouldn't have ran up on the Country Music Awards like that. You earned that. Because that's inappropriate. Why are you running up on stage?
They took him backstage and
No, that's not what happened.
Well,
that's not what happened. He ran there. He ran up on the. He tried to run away, and they caught him backstage, and then they beat his ass on the stage where they caught him.
It was done backstage.
It was done. Well, and actually it really wasn't done backstage. It was done in the back of the stage. You can see them whooping his ass from the video.
Okay. So
those facts matter.
Only when we agree with it is taking the law in your hands allowed.
I don't know if this is taking the law in your hands, though.
The law was there.
Well, okay. So what do you surmise they were supposed to do?
Well, I'm just saying that's my whole stand. That's why I don't give a damn, because I don't think it's all that relevant to me. Just me personally, I don't.
I understand. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Happens in the hood all the damn time.
But that's not okay.
We only want to talk about it because it's happening to a star.
That's not what this is. This isn't a hood situation.
People are people.
No, you're trying to shift the narrative to a whole different thing. That is not relevant at all. Okay. Violence. That's like saying somebody. That's like somebody saying somebody got shot in a church. You say, "Well, violence happens in the hood all the time." What the hell are you talking about? That's not the same thing.
That's how I treat crime.
I see.
I don't elevate it because of any one person or anybody.
Well, this is elevated because
anybody else.
I think this is elevated because of the precedence that is being set. What the precedence is being set is that if I don't like what you're saying from whatever platform you're speaking on, I have the right to address you in that platform, which is highly inappropriate.
So I have a beef with you, right?
That's what it appears. It appears that's what's going on. Will had a beef with Chris. He slapped the shit out of him. This guy had a beef with Dave. He gonna slap him. Some pastor's gonna say something in a month or two, and somebody go get up from the congregation and walk up on the pulpit and slap the shit out of him. This is where we headed in this country.
That's happened for years.
No, Jay, no.
Pastors have always been in danger up on the stage. That's why they all have security now.
Okay, but now we're going to see it. The videos are going to be out that is happening.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ron. I know you heard.
No, we said the pastors got security. I was like, God damn, that's crazy as hell when your pastor got to have security.
Well, some of them do, though. That's
It's
true.
real.
That's quite true. But I think
we should live by faith.
Even if they don't call them security, what's that other word they call
they
them?
call them armor bearers.
There we go.
I've never seen them with armor, though. I've never seen them with armor.
I was an armor bearer. I didn't remember. Was that what I was supposed to do?
Yeah,
You're supposed to stop them.
That's a part of keeping people away from. Yeah.
The actual function of an armor bearer was to carry the armor and protect.
Well, carrying the armor didn't sound like wearing the armor. Like, I'm gonna make sure that nothing hurts you because I got the armor on.
You're supposed to lay down your life for your men and women of God.
You're supposed to take that bullet, Mama. No, you're supposed to take that bullet.
You're like the Secret Service.
Yeah.
Well,
his life was more valuable than yours. You take that bullet.
But armor bearers had to be, 1 foot holy, 1 foot hood, so that if they had to,
if you had to whoop an ass.
Yeah,
the hood part is what they were counting on.
If you had to whoop an ass in Jesus' name, then you gotta do it.
We had a bishop that said he purposely had to keep he kept some deacons around him, but he had to keep the hood ones around him in case somebody didn't want to act holy. So you need to make sure to be ready to scrap.
I think comedians are terrified by this, by the way. They are, because now they feel like Will opened up the door for this to happen more. I don't know if I'm ready to blame Will completely for this. My pastor might have something to do with this, but I don't know. I just think we're in a weird new normal where people get offended. They feel like they can do whatever they want to do. The girl from The View said it's all Donald Trump's fault.
What the? Okay.
Which might not be wrong, because if you don't like what people say, or what people do, or if you don't like the judgment of a certain circumstance, he encouraged them to always take action.
Have you ever been kicked out of a comedy show for heckling a comedian?
Obviously I have not been.
I have.
You were kicked out?
Kicked out.
Who was it? Can you tell us who the comedian was?
Security came and escorted me out.
Put in the chat who the comedian was.
I don't remember that, Mother Hubbard. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Why did you heckle him?
Oh, no, I don't understand. If I did,
you don't remember who got you put out of a comedy show? Come on.
Why did you heckle them? Did you just not like it?
I actually didn't, but I was a part of a crew. It was for my 50th birthday party. And
this is recently.
Oh, yeah.
This was just 4 years ago? What?
3 years ago, Mama Noise, on Elevated. And we went down there to the Addison Improv.
Okay.
And some guy that was there was doing his bit, and he was okay, but he was a little preachy, if you will. Instead of just being a comedian, he was like telling us, a little preachy in his skit.
Yeah.
And one of the guys I was with said it to me from across the table. He preaching to us. And the comedian could hear it. So he wanted to know. He stopped his freaking show. He wanted to know who said it.
Well, he thought y'all was going to be scared?
Yeah, he wanted to know who said it. So I said it.
Of course you did.
The other guy that was with me said he was the one that said it.
He said all of y'all get put out.
And what you going to do about it? They escorted us out. Us and our wives, they escorted us out.
I know your wives was hot. Look, really? Y'all just
It was my birthday party. What do you mean they were hot?
Y'all got us kicked out of a club. We supposed to be grown ups. I mean,
this is interesting that you're sharing this, because I feel a way about them kicking you out.
You don't think I'm gonna tell the truth?
No, I think you're telling the total truth. Listen, you're on brand right now. Yeah, I know you're on brand. But what I'm talking about is, I don't know. I feel a way about you getting kicked out, because that doesn't feel like it should be. That doesn't feel like it rose to the level of being kicked out. Did y'all have a back and forth for a second? Like it was
his feelings were hurt.
Well, so what?
He stopped his show to basically make us get out.
What do you remember if he was white or black?
I think he might have been white. If I remember correctly, he was white. Mama knows I honestly don't remember. We were drinking. We were having ourselves a good old time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so was there a back and forth after you owned the fact that you said it?
Yeah. I told him to fuck himself.
Okay, that's what got kicked out. I was going to say, it had to be something else going on before you.
Well, I mean, he came for us. He came for us. We wanted to ignore it. Just move on. We were talking amongst ourselves. He heard.
Okay, so that means y'all had disengaged from what he was saying.
Maybe I was talking too loud.
Y'all wasn't even. Y'all done had your own conversation. Like, forget that we had a comedy show.
Listen, guys, I promise you, it wasn't loud.
But the problem is this,
we were right at the stage. He could hear us.
But the problem is also this: he wasn't funny.
That's what I was gonna say. He wasn't funny. Y'all done started your own conversation about what's going on.
He wasn't.
Because if you funny, I'm not going to start another conversation.
He wasn't even the main act. He was the warm-up act and got us kicked out.
Wow, really? You got kicked up at the warm-up?
Nah, I didn't pay too much money to get kicked out at the warm-up.
Listen, somebody better refund me my money.
No, we just left.
Wow. Well, it's an interesting thing. I don't know where this is all going, but I feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Nah.
My thing is that.
Go ahead, Mom Noise.
Oh, I was just saying that I feel like that there used to be, like, in other words, it's like a invisible line when you go to see shows and stuff like that. The stage is like an invisible line where, you know, people know not to cross that. People know we came here to sit in our seats and pay attention to whoever's on the stage. But it's like, when I say the invisible line, it's like we all know that that's not a line that we cross, because that's, you know, it's like unspoken. We know that that's not what we cross. But now it's like somebody cut the red tape or remove the invisible line, and now at any moment somebody is going to cross that line, and that's what I felt like when I saw the Dave Chappelle thing. It was like.
Can I say what you just said? Can I say what you said with a different way? It used to be an invisible line of understanding.
Yeah.
Now it's an optional line of understanding. Yeah. I'm willing to sit behind this line and do the right thing, so as long as I personally don't feel a way about what you said. Or
right.
Now, if I feel a way about it, then now I have the right to choose the other option of responding in a physical manner. That's the part that's a little unnerving.
So you knew it was a comedy show when your dumb ass was going. So if you don't want to hear the stuff that they're going to say, don't take your ass to the comedy show.
You can filter it out before you even go.
And I think Dave Chappelle's show is going to set another precedent that if you want to run your ass on stage and you want to cross that line, you get everything that comes with it.
You get everything that comes with it.
No different you try to cross a police line. No different you try to cross a picket line. You cross that line and you put yourself in that area, you get everything that comes along with it.
Okay, but here's my problem with that. Is that if that's the case, then this is backpedaling a little bit, but if that's the case, then people that went to Travis Scott's concert knew what it was going to be like before they got there. Anybody that knows Travis Scott's music knows that the environments for his concerts are as such. So you didn't go in there blind saying, wow, I didn't know they did this. You are one of his fans. This is the type of stuff to expect. So look what happened to them at the concert that they?
Well, listen, if you remember, I was saying that back when we were having those conversations, that what part of this is personal ownership play, a role in, because you decided. It's not like somebody drug you from your house and brought you to the concert, and you knew what you were getting involved in when you bought the ticket. So, the fact that it escalated to the places that it did, it's tragic and it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But I don't know if any of that is Travis's fault. Now, as long as he's not on the mic inciting it, then I can't blame him for the actions of others. Does that, you know what I mean?
Right. And the other piece to me, Mom, knows on the difference with the Travis Scott compared to this.
Okay.
Accidents will happen. Somebody stampede over other people and somebody fall and somebody get trampled. Those are accidents. This was a person who made a conscious decision to run on stage and tackle somebody.
Right.
He made that conscious decision by himself. So as soon as he crossed that line, any and everything that happened to him, that's on him.
So you're saying like the girl who, then let's can we roll them all in there together? The girl who what'd she do? Pee on the guy? He came up on the stage.
No, you can't roll that in together. Well,
you a nasty some.
That once you cross over the threshold of from being in the audience to getting on the stage, what is
no,
there?
but that's not. You can't cross that over in the same thing, because even though he chose to go on the stage and sit down and let her do whatever she did to him, she still has a personal responsibility to do the right thing. Right. She crossed all the lines, so she was wildly inappropriate. Dave didn't do anything wrong.
Dave, basically, if you look at Dave, he was an innocent bystander walking across the stage, talking. The dude runs up onto the stage and tackling him. That is not Dave's fault. It's whoever the guy was. It's his issue.
But in Cuz's defense, is it any different than when all of the rock and roll people that they go to concerts all the time, and it's always some girl running up on the stage trying to tackle the different artists that come in concert?
Yes, it's different because those girls aren't running on the stage.
Hold on. You're wrong.
They're not running on the stage to attack and hurt the person.
No. Listen. There are in the audience of Michael Jackson concerts, Led Zeppelin and Kiss and so forth and so on. There are fanatical fans and there are crazed fans. And you don't know who's who. All you know is somebody's running towards you. Period. You don't know. You don't know.
If you want to get into the lip, if you want to get into, go ahead.
Rushing the stage has always happened. There's always been a certain amount of security risk with people in the audience coming to the stage or rushing the stage.
100% agree. It's still a personal responsibility that if your ass crossed that line, you get any and everything that happens. So if
security has the right to restrain you and or whoop your ass. So which is what they chose to do.
And you jump on stage and you run towards Michael Jackson, Michael's got two choices. Michael either gonna punch your ass, run up towards him, or Michael gonna hug and kiss your ass. Personal responsibility.
And Michael should protect himself. You are right, but you don't have the right to whoop somebody's ass. That's not legal in this country. To where if generally speaking, if you are threatened, you have the right to defend yourself. But your security can't come along and whoop people's ass.
That's literally what security does. It's self-defense.
Lawsuits happen because of that. Lawsuits happen because of that.
That's literally what security does. It's paid self-defense.
No, security will get you a lawsuit.
No, it won't, because it's paid self-defense. You paid for someone to protect you. That's the whole purpose of having security.
You are not paying for someone to whoop people's ass. That's not what it is.
That's what I'm paying for. I'm paying for ass whooping.
Protection, to restrain, to keep until the police come.
I want them to restrain the hell out of somebody.
Listen, Donald Trump is in the middle of a lawsuit right now because one of his security guards banged somebody upside the head out in front of Trump Towers.
But they probably call him a nigga at the same time, which is a hate crime. You can lump somebody in the head, but if you call him a nigga while you're doing it, that's a hate crime. That's a federal hate crime.
But again, it's still personal responsibility if you cross the line.
Yeah.
And you get whatever happens. So if you run on the stage and you Dave Chappelle and that dude hit Dave Chappelle the way he did, Dave Chappelle had the opportunity. He could have did one or two things. Dave could have whooped dude's ass right there because Dave is protecting himself because he's getting bodily harm. Dave has the ability to protect himself. Dave security did the right thing by coming out to the guy and chasing him. Now, what they did in the back, did they have to put 45 lumps on the man's head and twist his arm?
Tomato.
Yeah, 32, maybe 32 lumps and kept his arm the same, a little bit different.
And lawsuits gonna come. Lawsuits coming.
There's a lawsuit on
now listen, the young man will try to sue, and guess what? There's a possibility he may win.
He will.
The pictures are going to make sure the way they took the pictures and how they had him on that gurney on that he's going to win. They're going to give him the money.
That he may win.
But what he's got to realize, I'm not going to do that shit again. And anybody else who's in the audience who will keep thinking that, hey, I'm going to keep jumping on these comedian stages and keep rushing them. No, guys, you're going to get hurt.
Oh yeah, you're going to get hurt. I agree with that.
It's going to come a time that it's going to be a worse one than David Chappelle. Somebody's going to die.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to keep seeing the whole thing because it's all fun and games to somebody shoot somebody in a church or shoot somebody at a concert because you're trying to protect the celebrity or protect the pastor or whatever. Somebody's going to take it too far. And I just don't like the precedent of where we are.
Well,
that's my point.
To me, it's almost like now comedy is going to have the same things put in place like some type of rock concert where they keep the whole your front row, they keep a whole like sidewalk length away from the stage where security just walks back and forth there. So there is somebody who hops over the thing because you got to get through them to get to
I agree. They're going to change security measures, I would imagine. Yeah, tremendously for comedy clubs, for concerts, for all of it. Because we can't have this.
Listen, I don't know if anybody's ever paid any attention, but if you ever watched The Potter's House, there are people that sit on the first pew that have the little earbud in their ear. And their job is to scan the whole congregation from somebody running up the aisle, somebody jumping out of a seat or whatever, but there's at least 4 to 5 of them all across the front, and not even counting the ones that are sitting up there with the people that are on the platform. They're all out there watching.
And every time Bishop Jakes feels threatened, he says, "Get ready, get ready, get ready."
No, that's not what I said.
He got code words.
No. I'm saying that they are more than armor bearers. Those are the ones
joke was sitting right there. I had no choice.
Anyway, the ones that are more than armor bearers, I'm talking about even when he comes down the platform and starts walking into the congregation, they start scrambling because everybody's like, okay, Eagle One is moving into the congregation.
Not only that, Mama Noise. Not only that, but if you pay attention to the church, the stage was changed. I guess you can call it a pulpit, but it's really a stage.
Yes, it's not a pulpit.
You used to be able to bring up money and lay money at the step on the steps that walk up to the stage. You can't walk up to the stage anymore.
Oh no,
it's a sheer wall.
They might let you go ahead and walk up there, but you best believe you stopping at the step.
You can't. There are
no. You can't even get to the steps no more. That's what he's saying. There is no steps. It's just a wall. You can't do any of that anymore. That's what he's trying to tell you. Yeah. They've changed the whole configuration of the thing.
Right.
What you're not going to do is bring your holy ass up on those steps.
Well, no, they don't know if it is holy. They don't know your intention.
It's not just the Potter's House. It's Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship. It's Friendship West. It's all of them.
Listen,
have protection for those.
I don't know if everybody remembers the story that happened some years ago when a man walked into Creflo Dollar's church and shot another man in the head.
That was a different scenario.
It was Bible study. I'm just saying it was Bible study.
Well, so that's a different scenario, though.
Screwing that man's wife.
Yeah, he was screwing that man's wife.
Well, but this is Any Given Wednesday.
No, I got you. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to lump that in with the rest because that was a very specific set of circumstances.
So having sex with another man's wife cause you?
I was going to say, so what
Yeah.
the circumstances got to be?
Well, the circumstance was he said, "I'm gonna find you where." He said, "Wherever I see you, it's on site." Oh, you at Bible study? I'm about to show you this. I'm about to show you what this is right here, right now.
That was a relationship thing.
Yeah.
The punani was that good? You got to shoot a man in his head.
Say what, wrong? Say what, wrong?
I said the punani was that good? You got to shoot a man in the head.
I mean, it was love. He loved his wife. He loved it in her.
No, he said, you done violated me. Now I got to cut you.
Well, she did
Well,
love
no, he
somebody.
shot him. He didn't cut him.
Yeah, he cut him. He shot him.
Well, speaking of adultery,
what a segue.
I know, right? I be segueing up in these streets, bro. Did y'all hear the confession? Confessions from a white millionaire?
Confession from a white millionaire.
Was it a confession?
Billionaire with a B.
Was that a confession or was that just?
I mean, it's as close as you gonna
politically
get
correct way of telling you to stay out my damn business.
Well, it's as close as we gonna get to a confession. So, everybody's friend, everybody's buddy, Bill Gates, decided he was on the Today Show and got cornered into a question. And how about we just let you hear it? And this is via the Today Show, y'all. Bill Gates making a full-on question, sort of. Yeah. Can y'all see me?
Your face is frozen.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Bill Gates is trying to stop me. There we go.
Video. Don't show it.
He said, "Stop showing my shit." All right, here we go. This is Bill Gates out here in these streets being reckless. Am I still frozen?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Maybe I shouldn't show it. Maybe I shouldn't play this video.
You might.
I mean, listen.
I just said the name Bill Gates and the screen froze. Man,
he's like, stop social media from.
Bill is gangster. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's see if we can play just the audio.
Ago today that you and your wife Melinda filed for divorce. How have you been coming to terms with this?
Well, the divorce is definitely a sad thing. I have responsibility for causing a lot of pain to my family. It was sad and tragic, but now we're moving together.
Did that happen? Were you unfaithful in your marriage? Is that one of the reasons there was a divorce?
I certainly made mistakes, and I take responsibility. I don't think delving into the particulars at this point is constructive, but yes, I caused pain, and I feel terrible about that.
What have you learned from that? I mean, you were someone who has this voracious appetite for knowledge, and divorce is an experience that can be a journey to learning something about yourself and change, hopefully. What have you learned about yourself?
What have you learned about your trifling ass?
There's areas like climate or, health where I have expertise, and on personal matters like this, I don't think of myself as an expert. I should be very humble about, success, has a tricky aspect to it. So, I don't have great advice for other people.
That was
the perfect
one of the worst answers I've ever heard a human being give to a question.
See, I like the answer, dude. I was perfectly fine with the answer.
Bill didn't know what to say. He was like, I got nothing.
He more professionals and more of those famous people should learn what he just said. You ain't got.
Why you say that, Ron? Why you say that?
You don't have to put your business out.
Well, you don't have to put your business out. That's true.
Just say, look, I made a mistake. Leave me the hell alone. Don't ask my ass no more. And go on.
Well, he don't owe us an explanation as to why he did it. He owe his family the explanation, but he don't owe us nothing.
The only people he needs to be apologizing to is his wife and his kids. Everybody else can kick rocks.
That's true. Cuz, what do you think about that answer? From one of the richest men in the world.
You're on mute, cuz.
You muted.
I don't give a damn about the answer. I believe that the personal failure is evident, and that's something that we need to, as a people, understand that though I'm a billionaire, I'm considered a genius in some aspects. I'm wise at this, and I'm intelligent at that, but I still have personal failures.
Okay.
That issue matters more to me than how you answer the question. She caught him off guard. He wasn't really ready for that. And
I don't know how she caught him off guard. He knew he was coming.
And honestly, you can catch a lot of people off guard and get way worse answers than that. But it's the personal failure that I find more intriguing. That what matters most in my life, I destroyed for what?
A piece of ass.
My legacy for him, his legacy may be Microsoft. Okay. But what would really last, because Microsoft is eventually going to go away. Something else is going to come along eventually. What will really last is the legacy he leaves with his kids. And I think once we make those mistakes and we then now we realize we're sorrowful, I hurt my family. No fucking shit, you hurt your family. You didn't know you was gonna hurt your family when you was doing what you was doing. But now we come up here with this, this intellectual, intelligent ass answer. The details don't matter. What matters is that I hurt people in my family. No kidding.
So you are concerned about his answer.
No, it's the personal failure. It's the personal failure that matters more. Not the answer. I mean, anybody can give a old publicity type. What do you call those people? PR type answer. Anybody can do that. That's
I didn't think his answer was PR. I thought he was giving an honest answer, but
no,
it was still. It was bullshit, but it was answer.
He didn't delve into the fact that I was a hoe. He didn't tell the truth. He said, "Well, I hurt people." Well, what does that mean? You beat their ass?
No, he told the truth. He hurt people.
He did hurt people.
Truth. I hurt my kids. I hurt my wife. I hurt my family.
He said that.
Were you abusive?
Oh man,
you don't need to know the details. Whatever my details are is none of your business. I told y'all.
When you publicly fail as a celebrity or an iconic person in our society, do you owe us an answer?
No.
As to why you failed?
Well, the reality is I don't believe you owe anybody anything. But when you tout your relationship, and he did, I mean, he held
Linda.
He held her up high. When you fail at that, then I personally think that you should give an explanation as to the shortcoming, because you can live an exemplary, you can live a life of example to teach others coming behind you.
Well, maybe he's not there yet. Maybe he ain't at the place where he feels comfortable, or he's reconciled it to the point where he can explain in detail where he failed. Maybe he knows the what of what he did, but he doesn't have the clarity of the why he did it.
Why do I have to tell you?
You don't have to tell us, but to Cuz's point, Devon Franklin, we kind of crucified him on this show saying, bruh, you stood up on stages and taught seminars and blah, blah, blah. Now you don't want to tell nobody why you leaving your wife, why you getting divorced.
Did Bill Gates ever give a seminar on marriage?
Well, not in the same fashion, right. But to Cuz's point, He was out here in these streets talking about Melinda and I work hard in the foundation, and Melinda and I, and we built this wonderful solid thing, and blah 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 blah.
Well, whether you agree or not, he was presenting the perfect marriage and a perfect family.
He was.
He was proceeding to tell everybody, "Hey, we're living our life as a happy married couple. Guess what? I made a mistake. I'm gonna leave it at that. I owe y'all nothing outside the fact I made a mistake."
But see, their squeaky clean image was a part of their success. That helped them because people trust them because they were so clean. Now we know you was out there doing whatever you was doing.
But the fact that he was a hoe doesn't change the fact that I still think he's a brilliant individual. So him giving me an explanation of why he was a hoe means nothing.
He made his money through Microsoft. I agree with that. But I'm talking about the foundations and things, the good that he was doing. He was doing it as a squeaky clean. I hate to say perfect because nobody is, but they were presenting that we got all the answers. We were doing good in society, but yet you were actually doing bad to your own family.
But the thing is, I've never seen him portray that image you guys are saying. When he was ever out, he uplifted his wife. He showed you what it was to uplift your wife. Make sure your wife was number 2 or 1A with you. But he went out here like some of these self-proclaimed love experts out here trying to tell you everything you need to do about your life and your wife and your family, but yet they still hoes on the backside.
Can I offer another thing that none of us is talking about right now? I think there's another reason why he has not gone into detail about it. He was very good friends with Jeffrey Epstein. And there may be some parts of this story that he can't tell. And that's why you're getting that old janky answer.
Yeah, but that's a whole bigger, worse.
Well, I'm just telling you. I think one of the reasons why he's not giving the full answer right now is because the full answer requires some confessions that he ain't prepared to deal with yet.
And you're right. And with that, there's definitely a bigger issue. But I still don't understand why. And it could just be me. I don't really care what they do because I know these people are human. I know nobody's perfect, and I know these people are gonna make mistakes.
We don't care what he does if what he did was immoral but not illegal. But we damn sure care if it's illegal. And that's the point I'm making. If he's done something illegal, which is what I believe may be part of this conversation that nobody's really talking about, then that might be the reason why that ninja clammed up like he did.
Right. If it's illegal, yeah. If you out killing pedophiles and doing all that shit, yeah, I want to know.
That's Ron. That's important to this conversation because the clam up for me was he don't have a good answer. But the more I thought about it, I was like, well, maybe now wait a minute though, because the heat is coming down on a lot of these ninjas because they have not stopped investigating this Jeffrey Epstein thing. They are still looking into the depths of what truly took place in this particular situation and who all's connected and how deep does the rabbit hole go. So if his name is in some of those conversations, the last thing he want to be doing is putting the information on video that's going to come back to haunt his ass in a court of law.
And again, the legal shit, 100% agree with you.
Right.
But the question she asked about his wife and their marriage, around his infidelity, he owes nothing around infidelity as long as it was strictly about the immoral side of him cheating on his wife.
He doesn't owe us, but it would have been nice to hear him simply say, you know what, I did learn something. I blew it. I should have not have destroyed my life and my family and my kids in the way that I did. And you don't have to go into detail about any of that. Just say that part. Yeah. But if you don't feel that way, then maybe you don't say something.
And I think that's what I'm saying. To me, I mean, he gave the answer that was suitable for him, that he wanted to give out. And people just gotta. You can't look at these people as if they're above God, man. I mean, these people are human. They're going to make mistakes. People got to realize that.
But they should not present themselves either like they're above God, and that may be part of the problem. Because when you present yourself as a certain thing, I pray to God that I never do anything in my marriage that is so bad that I have to come on Noise Media one day and address it. I pray to God it never happens. But I can't have shows like I still do and the transparency that we have on this show and talk about how much I love my wife all the time, and then I go out and do something stupid and damage myself and my wife and my kids, and then I come on here the next day talking about, well, that's my business and we working it out. Well, wait a minute. You shared all this now, and now you don't want to share nothing?
But like I said, again, I look at it two differently. If you're a merged person and you're constantly out there throwing that out, then yeah, I mean, you do have some explaining to do. Okay. But somebody in his position, when he's out, they're only going to show you the good shit that he's doing while he's out there.
Right.
So you're only going to see the good stuff that he's doing. You don't see TMZ running behind Bill Gates looking for the dirt that he's doing. You looking at Bill Gates and his wife for the successful stuff that they do every single day, and that's what they get shown.
Well, that's true and not true, because I think there are people that are always looking. There are people that are always looking for the salacious story, and there are some people that have the salacious story, and they're just waiting for the right opportunity to drop that bomb. That's how media works.
Yeah, and again, it's you building them up just to break them down.
Right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So in that case, I don't owe you shit then, because you're gonna turn me down any goddamn way. Guess my and go about my business.
There are some people with the salacious story that's paid to keep their mouths shut too.
That is very true as well.
Exactly.
That's very true as well. I didn't hate the answer. I understand why your frustration cause to the answer. I just think, man, with great, to quote the great Spider-Man, the great leadership comes great responsibility.
Come great power, come great responsibility.
Well, same thing.
Mama, teach him what it is.
Teach me, girl. You gonna teach me later?
No, she was sick yesterday. You can't do shit after you've been sick.
She ain't sick now. She's whole and righteous.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It's a sucky answer.
I think the part that it was for me is that, for all of us that are striving to do the right thing in our marriages and excel at the different things, our dreams, our careers and stuff, you like, man, not that you're trying to put them, the Gates on a pedestal or nothing, but you like, dang, they was like the one billionaire power couple that didn't have any, that we were aware of, any type of marital problems from what we could see. And you saying, man, okay, it's possible. It's possible that you can live your life as a married couple, go through things like raising children and everything, and get to billionaire status or fame or whatever, and you can still, have a successful marriage and stuff like that when we saw them. So to see that's what happened, you like, dang, maybe it's true that, you can't get to billionaire status in a happy marriage, because you can purchase anything you want. You can, silence people, you can get access, you can, hide stuff and do all kinds of stuff, when you at that level. But you like, man, they seem like they was like the dare I say, the Sonny and Cher or whatever, of having children and having, a happy marriage. So that was the only reason why, hearing it and hearing his, lackluster answer of, well, I specialize in everything else, but this is one I wasn't. Okay, well,
I think with options, you need to have better safeguards in place. With the more options you have, you need to have better safeguards.
Yes, Lord, you do. Yes.
Because if you don't, I think falling is inevitable.
Ooh.
I really do. I think the more you have access to and the more options you have, the more safeguards that you gotta have in place. Like you gotta have people in the tight inner circle that are going to hold you accountable, that are going to protect you from even yourself, that are going to tell you no, don't do that. No, that may even rat you out to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta have some safeguards in places. If you don't, I don't know how you make it. If you can get away with it, you know, I heard Kevin Hart say something one time. And the one time early in his marriage where he got busted with cheating. And he said, the one time I cheated and was caught, and I don't know if it was the one time he cheated, but when he got caught, it was a time when he had the opportunity. He was bored or something after a concert or something, and he went to Vegas, but he didn't go with his boys. He went by himself.
Oh, yeah.
And normally he would have his guys around him and they would hold him accountable. Like, bruh, okay, we done partying, we done drinking, we done whatever. Now we go into the room, we chilling, it's over. That ain't what happened this time. He took off without them. They didn't even know where he was. Next thing you know, he's in Vegas, butt naked in front of a camera and being blackmailed.
Listen, he saw that shit coming. What we can't do as men is play naive and stupid. We know ourselves. We know what we are allowing to take place. And we know what that leads to eventually. See, my wife is a woman that walks around with her chest stuck out because she knows her husband has never done anything. But that's only because I have no option. Don't nobody want me. Broke, disgusted, can't be trusted. Look at me.
Oh my God.
You got nothing to worry about. I bring my ugly ass home every night. Just like I'm supposed to. But if I had options, listen, the true test of character is give a person all the money and all the power they need in the world.
And they still maintain.
The true person will come out.
Because every person has options. Everybody.
Yeah, but I refuse to screw. I refuse to screw down.
There's the difference.
I got to screw up.
Yeah, that's the difference. Every man has options. It's whether you decide to take those options and act upon those options. You choose not to act upon those options.
No, I don't screw down.
Yeah. Just like Dave Chappelle had an opportunity to not act upon.
Okay, well let's stay there for a second. Would you screw up if you in your favorite Korean barbecue place, and all of a sudden,
if put in the right position, every man would screw up. It has to be the right position at the right time. Our job as men is to keep ourselves out of the position.
I don't like the will screw up. I like the could screw up better.
Any man, if put in the right position, will do it.
Well, not
what he has to do is keep himself out of the position.
I understand what you're right. I understand what you're saying. I think we're saying. I think we're using the same language, but different ways.
What I'm saying is right. What you're saying is wrong.
No, what you're saying is bullshit, and what I'm saying is accurate.
It take long.
You're saying will screw up, and I don't know if will is appropriate. I think could. Listen, given the opportunity, every man could screw up for sure. That is for sure. Every man in these blocks could screw up because the pressure is there and it's staring you in the face, and depending on what level that up is that you're talking about, listen. Here's what I do know about the devil. He never presents you an option that you don't want.
Ever.
So Lizzo ain't gonna get me to screw up. With all due respect. That's just not something I'm interested in. She's a beauty queen to somebody. To me, she's just okay. That ain't gonna get me to screw up. But the devil knows what will.
The devil knows that Lala Anthony is someone that you'd say, well,
not for me, but I might pause. I might be like, ooh, let me go get my car.
And I can't stand idly by and let y'all say just guys, because I got in trouble last time I mentioned that back in the day when I mentioned that women.
That's true.
are just as vulnerable. When but I was telling facts.
Mama Noise, since we there, can we bring out the last story because it kind of coincides with this one?
So the last story today, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm in transition mode today. I'm bringing them all together. So the last story.
Let me first address Mr. Anthony. I'm sorry. He is correct.
Ain't nothing wrong with Koreans.
Hold on. Well, since I was gonna let you live because it was an opinion until you validated.
God damn, that was racist. That was racist.
Okay. So let me bring in the last story so we can connect the dots here. So the last story that we're going to talk about today, it has been confirmed who Sonya Curry cheated on. I'm using the air quotes because that's the part that's sketchy. We don't know if it was actual cheating, but it looks like it was a family friend who had been around for quite some time. And Sonya, so now where the information gets sketchy is Dale is saying she was cheating the whole time, just like I was cheating. I'm cheating, she cheating. And Sonya's like, no, my cheating didn't come after I busted your ass cheating. And then I decided I wasn't cheating. I was in a full-blown relationship post you. When we separated, that's when I went and did my thing. Now, I don't know who's telling the truth, but here's what I do know. And here's the reality. Y'all ready for this truth? Y'all don't know if y'all ready.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, here we go. Hell have no fury like a woman scorned. Men will go cheat with a rando. Women will go cheat with your best friend, with your uncle. Ain't no get back like a woman who's scorned.
Well, your best friend ain't gonna cheat with your girl, so
do what?
Your best friend ain't gonna cheat with your girl.
Some of these best friends, these so-called best friends would.
We're playing.
That's what I wanted you to do right there. I wanted you to
do. Some of these so-called best friends
allegedly.
Alleged best friends.
That's what I'm saying. And guess what? Because women are emotional creatures. So they don't see what you did as sex. They see what you did as violation.
Mm-hmm.
You violated emotional boundaries and spiritual boundaries. So the hurt that they're going to try to put back on you is a different kind of hurt.
But a lot of times it backfires.
Well, it always backfires.
Well, I mean, in her mind, she said, I will get him back with this. Ha ha. And then he's like, I don't care. And then you did all of that to get a reaction of hurt.
But see, they don't care. They don't care. Dale was cheating on her the whole time with randos, city to city. I'm an NBA player. I'm out here in these streets. She went and got one of your closest friends and cheated in your face. Or allegedly cheated in your face. Or just started a relationship period in your face. That's still cold-blooded.
They are examples of beautiful people with options.
With options.
They're both attractive people. They have options. I have personal friends right now that are going through a divorce because they're both attractive people. They didn't see what that was and how that works in your marriage.
Wow.
Beautiful people have to guard themselves. And everybody wants fine, everybody wants pretty, but they have to be willing to guard themselves, like you say, pastors and successful people. Beautiful people have to be willing to guard themselves against all of the come-ons and the hit-ons and the flirtatious things that happen. They are examples of beautiful people failing at relationships because they're also examples. They're also examples that two pretty people shouldn't have kids because the kids turn out ugly.
Why y'all keep leaving the ugly? Why we keep leaving the ugly people out of here? I mean,
who's ugly in their family?
I'm just saying, we say that beautiful people have options. Ugly people got options. This as well. The problem is not the option. They both had no self-control. He had zero self-control. He had options. His dumb ass had no self-control. He decided, I'm gonna screw any and everything that's out there because I can.
Ron, it's different. It's different. When you are a very attractive person,
it's personal responsibility.
A woman that's very attractive can't walk without a man gawking or looking at her or talking to her.
But she can walk and say, I'm not having sex with them whenever she wants to.
If you walk your big healthy bag ass out there wearing 250, 350, your options aren't nearly the same, Ron.
They might not be the same, but I still have the options. You still have to take responsibility for your screw up.
Yeah,
if she can be as beautiful as she wants.
You got to dig in the gutter to get your options. I'm talking about options that are up here that are also attractive options.
But you can't give people just because they're pretty. You say, oh, because they're pretty, they have options and they can. No, your ass made a conscious decision to go do what the hell you wanted to do, regardless if you pretty or not. You had the chance. Mr. Curry had the opportunity to say, I'm not screwing none of these chicks. I'm going home to my wife.
I agree.
He ain't had shit to do because he was pretty. He did the screwing because he's a dumbass.
No, and I don't know how handsome he is as much as he's an NBA player with a lot of money.
No,
he's a dumbass.
He was a nice looking brother. Go back and look at the pictures. He was a nice looking brother. She was a nice looking sister.
He's still a dumbass because he had the chance to take his black ass home and be with his wife.
I don't disagree. But Ron, we are a visual society. Pretty people can get the job, they can get access. Pretty people want to be around attractive. You don't want to be around somebody who had the teeth in their mouth missing and
yeah, but you talk like we're a society of just wild ass, can't control yourself, can't control. I mean,
no. I say you need to put barriers on that. I never said that.
Well, I mean, but I guess what I'm saying when you say, listen, I can't control how people view me. I can't control if you think I'm attractive. I can't control if you think I'm sexy. I can't control if you think I got money. I can't control none of that. What I can control is how I respond to what you do. And that's my concern when I hear you say you have options. Yeah, we have options, but I can control how I process those options.
Right.
Or if I even see them as options.
Mr. Noise, we all can do it for a time period. The catch is you have to understand the power, like you called it, the devil. You have to understand the power of the enemy that's never going to rest playing upon that which you like.
Agreed.
So just because I turn her down once, twice, 3 times a lady, doesn't mean that I will always have that kind of power.
But in your scenario, then there's no hope for marriage. Because there's always going to be temptation.
The hope is you keep yourself out of the positions to do that.
And to keep yourself out of that position is you take personal responsibility to not do something.
I agree, Ron. I don't disagree.
And have discipline.
But
accountability.
Discipline has to be done at a distance because when a rubber meets the road, my discipline ain't gonna be nearly as strong as I thought it was. There are plenty men that have lied to themselves and say, I can handle it. I ain't gonna do nothing. Nigga, you lying. You're lying.
Right. You can't be like, it's just dinner.
It's only a matter of time.
Or I'm just going up to the room to talk to her.
You're playing with fire. You're playing with fire.
You are playing with fire, doing some of those things, but the same token, you have to be mature enough. You have to understand what you can and you can't do. You have to understand that you have it is your responsibility, period. No matter what, it is on you.
I agree.
Well, and you have to set a guard to your emotions.
Exactly.
Because you don't realize, and that's what I was in the conversation I had that I was having with someone else, is that simply women, we're vulnerable, and and the problem is that you don't have the conversation with your husband and letting him know, hey, I'm gonna need you to, swap me on the tail, sometime. I'm gonna need you to, what? I'm gonna need some things from you, and I need that, and I find myself in some way starving for it because I'm looking forward to the UPS dude coming by saying, oh, it must be a new fragrance you got on. Okay, I hear you. And then, oh, I see you got those new earrings on. No, you working the new shoes today. I see. And you're like, okay, oh my gosh, I'm finding myself looking for this guy to give me all this validation that I need to be getting from my husband. And see, what happens is that it opens the door for you to go even further if not checked, if it goes unchecked. So it caused problems with guys. They was like, what's she trying to say? I'm sitting there going, bro, if you feel convicted, then you need to start having some conversations with your wife.
I think what you just said and what Anthony Bruce said go hand in hand, because sometimes the cheating doesn't take place with the sexy up girl that you're talking about, cuz sometimes it's the relatable girl. She relates to me and she understands me and she's listening to my whatever. And next thing you know,
talk to.
Yeah.
Everybody's definition of beautiful is totally different.
I'm not saying that, you're misunderstanding. I'm saying in this country, probably in the world, looks are just as powerful as money in some cases. You can be broke. Just look at that one guy. I don't remember the situation. He was a criminal, I think he was. His picture went all across the screen.
It was
viral. Yeah, he ended up being
a prisoner. He was a prisoner.
He was a prisoner, but he was a
light-skinned, green-eyed nigga. Yeah,
he was a good-looking guy. Yeah. That shows you money didn't matter. He was good-looking, and that got to him the attention. My point is, whatever it is, whether it's money, whether it's power, whether it's looks, those are generally the three right there. Charisma also is one of them. But that's what gets you in trouble. You have to guard against those if you have one of those. That was my whole point. You don't cheat because you're good looking. That wasn't what I was saying. I'm saying you have to guard yourself even more because people are going to keep coming at you. The preacher that gets up in the pulpit, that stands on the platform and preaches, he has to guard himself from women throwing themselves at him every day.
Right. That's true. That's
all I'm saying.
Or that he thinks that he's...
There you go.
That dude found somebody went and got him out of jail.
Looks.
This peculiar Caucasian woman went and got him out of jail, paid the money and everything, and was like, this dude don't need to be in prison. He need to cold be with me.
There you go.
Look. You like, what? I didn't know it was a catalog for you to pick out who you want, depending on what they look like, and then you go just pay whatever this Sears and Roebuck. You just pick out what you want, make your purchase, and keep it moving. But
again, it goes back to what we said earlier. When you got options.
Yep. She was wealthy, and she was like, this dude is viral, and he's just in prison, that's all? Oh, well, then we need to get him out.
She took her money and gave herself an option.
She said, I choose to have some of this prison love.
Like, listen.
Listen, I got it.
You cannot leave the ugly people out. We ugly people, we stick together. We have options. We've always.
There you go.
I don't give a damn about these pretty people. Only 1% of the world is considered pretty or beautiful, and the rest of the 99.
But you know what? I hear what you're saying, but let me piggyback on that. Then there's a danger in when you think that you're so ugly. You think that you're so ugly. You like, ain't nobody looking at me. Ain't nobody looking. Yeah, bruh. You the one got your window down and it's pouring down rain outside. You need to understand that you might think of yourself as being so ugly, but somebody knows the right things to say to you.
Everybody finds something.
Myself, after I saw Bobo, I'm a step above where he is. He just happens to have more money than me. That's my judge.
I've
seen many guys out there that are not as attractive, but boy, their confidence is on fleek. and you can't tell them nothing. You think they looking at you like you don't know what's going on. You need to understand that I got it going on. You like, bruh, no, you don't, but you can't convince them of that because they are convinced. So I mean, don't get to the place. I know it's not you guys, but I'm just saying I had to speak up for the ones that might be like, I don't look like nothing. I don't look like nothing. Man, come on. You
all right,
wide open.
We're gonna run out of time, so I want to get this final story, and I got to get this one in tonight, because this one was just something incredible to me. Many of you are familiar with basketball in WNBA basketball legend Cynthia Cooper. She is a legend in the game. She is the female equivalent of Michael Jordan in the WNBA. Like she was that good. Baller. Like, and so her post career, she decided to go and coach HBCU at Texas Southern. And recently she resigned kind of abruptly, and nobody really knew why. Nobody questioned it. And now it's starting to come out why. And I'm just going to read the story as it is written. So there's an investigation, a Title IX investigation at Texas Southern, where Cooper Dykes is her last name, Cynthia Cooper Dykes, made some comments, if you would, to particular players, and the investigation done, and this story is done by The Athletic, the website The Athletic. Certain comments that she made toward certain players, certain actions she had toward certain players. I'm just going to read it as it is stated. For example, when told that one of her players who had a previously known mental health diagnosis was depressed, Coach Cooper Dyke responded, "No, she will be all right. She just needs some dick. That's all." Later, she called that same player a sorry-ass virgin. Cooper Dykes came up behind another player while she was doing squats and said, "Ooh, your hips are big. You got a fat ass. I can tell you like to ride some dick." In other comments that were made during her first stint at Texas Southern in 2012, 2013, Coach Cooper Dyke got on her knees in front of a male assistant during practice and mimicked performing fellatio, and she told one player that her slow running during a drill was due to her getting, quote, getting dick down, end quote, all the time. She called some players black ass child, bitches, pussies, and dumbasses. And this is just a few of the things that she's being investigated in and called out on. Yes, Al, that is one of those types of moments.
Yeah, you get a damn.
I'll just say this. And this is not going to be popular. I understand what I'm about to say is not going to be popular in a politically correct world that we live in. She just got caught. I don't think she's any different than a lot of coaches. She just got caught. I think it's easy to take those statements in an article and you can see them as salacious or inflammatory or offensive or whatever, but we don't know the tonality by which she said it. We don't know the relationship that she had with the players. Maybe she was just kidding around. Maybe that was the culture of fun that they were having as teammates, coach to team. Now, some of you might say, "No, she's inappropriate. She shouldn't be cussing at them players." Well, hell, we had coaches cussing us out in Little League.
They still have coaches cussing players out.
You understand what I'm saying? So I get where we are societally today, and how super uber sensitive we are to everything. But I don't like the fact that an article, and this is written by my friend Robert Littell, so I'm not calling him out per se, but I'm just saying I don't love the fact that, well, he didn't write this article. Somebody from The Athletic wrote the article. He just reprinted it or whatever. But I don't love the fact that the article does not put into context the relationship. Now, was the student offended by it? Maybe, I don't know. And see, that's not in the article. So if the student is offended by it, okay, I get that. So, but I just don't love that now her name is going to be tarnished and is being tarnished today based on quotes that are not necessarily in context to what was actually taking place. Because maybe the girl said some salacious things as well, and they had this weird little funny back and forth that all of us thought was cute in the moment, but now when you isolate it, it becomes this thing. So that's my thoughts on it. And I agree with Al, if she was winning, it would be swept under the rug. Like they wouldn't care. Just like a lot of people. Don Staley admitted to us in an interview just the other day on the Breakfast Club that she is a strong cusser. And she said some things to her players. But she's also got 2 back-to-back national championships. First black woman to ever do so. First black person to ever do so.
Yeah.
So do we excuse all the cussing because she's a national champion, or do we call her out as well? That's what I'm saying. I don't like this uber sensitive society we've become, and it looks like we're always trying to get somebody. Let me get them. I gotta get them. I gotta pull that quote out, and now I gotta get them. I don't think that's who we're supposed to be. But those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it.
No, I'm looking at another article, and they kind of said they're saying the same thing about that, but then they also put that she did excessive punishment.
Well, what does that mean, though? Excessive.
Yeah, it was the kind of the only thing that really got me. The language, like I said, depending on context, how they were doing it, what they were saying to each other. She's out there just cussing people out. I mean, you got to know your team, you got to know your players, you got to know who you're talking to. If she's just out there just doing it, I mean, it might be a little bit different, but only thing to me that sounded really was bad is the excessive punishment. Was she hazing? Was she doing stuff like that? Then yeah, I mean, I would have a problem if she's doing that, but
I would have a problem with that.
Yeah, just
to a certain extent. A certain extent, though, Ron, because one person's hazing is another person's training and discipline.
Right.
So I don't know, was she trying to discipline this team to play better, to run harder, to be more committed to, you know what I'm saying?
That's kind of why I try to use the word hazing, because to me, if a coach make you run 50 suicides because
that's excessive. Right.
That's excessive. Yeah.
That's excessive. Right. So I don't know. Kenyatta, cuz what do y'all think about that story?
Well, I think that coaches have been doing that stuff since the beginning, and they will continue to do that. We are in a time where everybody is uber sensitive, and it's going to be somebody that can't handle it. But yet we tell people if something's, if you hear something inappropriate, then, don't stand by and don't say nothing. Make sure you say something. So we send kind of mixed messages because, when the kids are growing up in the little league and stuff, who said something to you? Who said that? And, parents is ready to jump off I don't know who it was. Somebody, it was one of my Facebook friends that posted on Facebook that had a big sign that was posted in front of the little league baseball game. It said, first of all these people volunteer.
Yeah, I saw this.
This is just a game, trying to help parents to understand nobody is here no pros are here trying to headhunt for your kids. They're not trying to, pick your kids out for the draft and all that stuff. This is just little league games. But this is the mindset that we have, is that we're teaching them that, if the coach says, or like I hear all the time when the coach will say to the guys, "Come on, ladies," or something like that. Okay, well, they're not ladies; they're guys. So is that inappropriate, or and it just seems like it's a jambalaya of confusion in that area. So it's always going to be a coach that's going to say reckless stuff or whatever because they're trying to get something out of you.
I think it goes back to she didn't know her players.
Well, but we don't know if she don't know him though.
Well,
we don't know
just listen to I'm just reading the article, reading the comments, and what some of the players are saying. But if you listen to what some of the players say in the comments, most coaches and good coaches, they know their players. They know what player they can say what to. They know what player.
That's true.
What player helped that player get motivated to do certain things. You have to know your team. You have to know who those kids are. You can't call every kid a dumbass, because some kids will break down if you call them a dumbass, and some kids they'll get motivated off that and they want to do better. But and that's where coaching. If she didn't know that part of it, I think it's what hurt her.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Ron. Two things. Number one, I 1,000% agree with you, which is one of the reasons why, as I was coaching today's players, I never joked with my players like that. We never had that I'm your friend, I'm your buddy, I'm across all the lines relationship. Because number one, I'm not there to be your friend. I'm there to be your coach. So let me start with that. But number two, I don't think kids today can handle the same coaching that we got. I just think they are way too uber sensitive, and maybe some of what we got was inappropriate. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say they're uber sensitive. I think it's the parents make it harder for coaches to coach their kids, because most parents are trying to coach their kid while the coach is trying to coach the kid.
That's true too.
Most parents are telling their kids to do X, but the coach can be telling the kid to do Y. Sports is really no longer about sports anymore. It's about a job. They're interviewing, they're working towards getting a job versus just playing sports to be having fun. So it's hard for coaches, man, to try to find the best way to coach these kids, because you'll get cussed out by a parent in a heartbeat.
Some can handle it and some can't handle it. It's just like going into the military. Everybody can't get through boot camp. Some people can't handle them talking cash crazy to you, talking everything about your mom and everything to get you, trying to get out of you your very best out of you. They take it personal, they get emotional and can't get out of their head, and then can't go any further. Well, okay, well then that's as far as that person's gonna go. They're not gonna be able to make it. It's, to me, it's the same concept. Am I incorrect, cuz?
I don't know. I think you're correct.
What do you think about her?
I think we became so, as a society, young people, old people, grown people, we became so conditioned to abuse and negative behavior done towards us that we okayed a lot of things that shouldn't have been okay. As a parent, no parent wants their kid to go to school in college, and the adult that's responsible for my kid while in their class or on the court, safety and make sure that they are, taken care of, is the one that's telling my daughter she needs to get digged down. That's highly inappropriate. I'm not paying my daughter, I'm not paying you mother hubbers to educate my daughter, to train my daughter to talk that type of crappy language to my child. Though coaches have done it and coaches do it, and they oftentimes do it because they're trying to relate to the kids, because that's how most of the kids talk.
Right.
But that doesn't excuse the behavior from adults. Yes, we were conditioned to be much tougher because the people that raised us were conditioned to be much tougher. And people that raised them were conditioned to be much tougher. That's because there was a whole lot of fucked up shit going on in society. And now that we're trying to clean a lot of that stuff up, we want to call everybody uber sensitive and soft. No, Mama Noise, I shouldn't be able to call you a bitch. But back in the day, I could do it with no problem because that was allowed.
It's still allowed.
No,
Have
no,
you
no.
seen-
But women really allowed it back in the day.
No. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I was just thinking that we said we're cleaning it up, and this is where I think the mental toughness kind of lost its way, and kids are struggling from it. Is we're teaching kids not to be mentally strong at sports, but soon they get in an arena full of asshole people who are dogging them down for what they're not doing on the field or not doing on the court. Our kids break down. We're making our kids respect and get more sensitive, but we're not doing anything to the fans. And the fans are the ones that's causing these kids to have these mental health issues because these kids can't handle a damn parent or a fan calling them a dumbass when they're trying to shoot a free throw, cussing them out as they're trying to go down the court and do something. But we allow these fans to continue to do that, but we're telling our coaches to be more sensitive and we're telling our kids to be more sensitive.
And I don't disagree that you don't send your child to be demeaned in the way of the context of what we read. If it was demeaning and done in a demeaning way, I totally understand and agree with what you're saying. The problem is we don't know that. Like we don't know that from that article is so incomplete and it's just like it sounds bad when you hear it the way y'all wrote it, but I don't know if that's really what was going on. Like the article doesn't include the response from the players. It doesn't include the reaction from the players. Were they shocked and miffed? Like, oh my God, I can't believe you said this to me. I mean, I don't know what that is. And was that just I'm sorry, I'm responding to something. Was that just a banter between a player coach who was trying, like you said, trying to relate to the girls, and she just jumped in a conversation and made this off-brand statement for laughs and giggles? Or was this, I just, that's the problem I'm having with it. I don't want to, because see, what we've done now is we've crucified a legacy of a person that may or may not have deserved it. And one of the articles I saw was saying like she was the female Bobby Knight. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if she was throwing chairs and smacking girls in the face and all that. It may not have been that aggressive. It may just be she was inappropriate and maybe she crossed lines and barriers that she shouldn't have crossed in the pursuit of relatability. And her, I don't want to make her crime bigger than it actually was. That's my concern for the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean they calling Cynthia Cooper everything but her name.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's but maybe she was. Now maybe she was everything they said she was.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I would like a lot more context from and more fairness in the journalism. And one of the things that I noticed about journalism today is that it doesn't always come with a balanced ear or a balanced voice. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of times it's really, really one-sided, and we don't really get true context of what is taking place in that moment. So we're forced to be told what to believe as opposed to given the option to believe what we interpret.
Yeah, everything on this article is once it's either the guy writing the article or a couple players in this entire article. I mean, there is nothing.
So now I'm forced to say, okay, she's a bad person because you told me she was. So I don't know.
But we are good at destroying one another if we don't like you. If there's something about you that we don't like or we don't consider you to be enough of this or enough of that, we will destroy you in a heartbeat and have no problem with it. But if we like you, we excuse behavior.
And we'll protect you if we like you. So maybe you got bad behavior, but like you said, you winning, so
That woman ain't cussed no more than any other coach. I guarantee you.
That's what I'm saying. It's now. I will say this: I've never had a coach say some of the things that she said. You need more. You need more. You got to bump down.
You got a little more last night. Your ass would have
Right.
played.
I've never had a coach tell me that. Yeah, I've never had a coach tell me that.
If any coach tells you wanted to be dick down, Mr. Noah, that would have been inappropriate.
It would have.
But there are some coaches that, you know, will try to make sure that you get some and to help you to be a better player. And
come on now.
We don't talk about that in the state of Kentucky. We do not talk about that in the state of Kentucky.
But we're in Texas, so we're
in Texas, so you know, some folks, you know,
allegedly that happened. That was allegedly.
Okay, allegedly.
Yeah, that's a tough situation.
I'm just saying, it's like, you know, it's like you said, if you're doing well, we'll cover you.
They were doing well.
If you're doing well, we'll cover you. If you're not doing well, then we're gonna put all your business in the street.
And then to Jay's point, and he's 1,000% correct. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's true.
Wow.
He's 1,000% correct. We come from a totally different world. In the world that we grew up in, wild, salacious stuff was nothing. That didn't mean anything. It didn't mean your coach had already proven that they loved you because they were out there coaching you. So anything they said was, you took it as, okay, they're just trying to make me better. So she probably had coaches tell her, you need to get dick down. You need to get this. You need to get that. She probably had coaches telling her that. So she's repeating probably some of the experiences that she's already had. I've never been in the women's locker room, so I don't know what y'all be talking about. I don't know if y'all talking about being dick down or not. I don't know if that's
no. I was trying to get in and get out. I wasn't trying to hang in there too long. But I will say that, you know, just I really sucked at playing basketball when I was trying to learn how to play. I mean, when I got put on the team. But, you know, when I found out that it was only reason why I got on the team is because the coach was liking my mama. So
why were you trying to get in and get out, Mama Noise?
I don't want to be around no bunch of naked women.
You thought they were going to touch you?
No, I didn't want what? No, I didn't want to be around a bunch of naked women.
Well, you thought they were going to touch you?
No,
Yeah, she done been naked that long.
Well, I mean, you know, and then I'll get out.
We know that there's a lot of games in basketball.
What? What are you?
There's a lot of what? I didn't hear what you said.
There's a lot of gay activity going on in female basketball.
The appropriate term is lesbian activity.
That too.
Well, whatever.
That too.
I wasn't there for that. I was like, look, I'll take my shower at home.
And a lot of them will turn out the ones that's trying to be straight. They'll turn them out. Yeah.
See, no, we're not having that. I know how to take my shower home. I'll just be riding on the activity bus funky then.
Oh, no, were you conscious or you just didn't want women to look? What was it?
I wasn't trying to have my
Oh no, you had the same thing.
So what? Just because I got the same thing don't mean I need to be out there having tail out and stuff for what?
You've seen one pair of titties. You've seen
no, I don't need to see nobody else. No, I don't need to see nobody else's.
But you have
I'll take care of one set right now. I mean,
you're in the locker room, you see genitalia and chest.
No. I was the type of person, my mother always told us, you need to go inside a stall and change your clothes in the stall. Don't be one of them type of people walking all out there trying to be some nature baby, trying to put all your stuff on display. So I did not. And then if it came after a game, I was sweaty or whatever. I was like, I bet I'll be riding back home sweaty then, because I ain't ready to get in here trying to take no shower and all that other type of stuff. Go home and do that.
Well, this escalated quickly. I mean, it really did. I'm just not.
Yeah,
you can get out, baby. You can get out, baby. You can get out that car, baby.
Ben Funk on activity bus wasn't a good thing, though. Ben Funk on activity bus.
Well, I'm just saying that's what it was for me. I was like, I ain't trying to. That ain't my thing. I never felt comfortable like that.
I wouldn't.
You're like, go change it to your swimsuit. Why I gotta sit there? And...
took showers in the locker room. I mean,
Yeah, I took a shower. It was funky in that joint.
Nope.
I can't go home like that.
Well, I mean, that's
I don't know activity, but he knows a short ride from school to home. But goddamn,
yeah, but 50 dudes funky on the bus. That ain't it.
Well, it's the activity bus, and the bus is going home and not to school, so you be all right.
Nah, go in there and take your funky ass and then get a shower.
Well, I mean, maybe y'all was just free like that, but I was like dead that, in my opinion.
I was staring at each other's penises. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying to Jay. Jay talking about, well, y'all got the same thing, like so. It should
I'm saying you didn't have to be in there staring at them like, whoa, look, this is an amazing situation. Just
get in,
go in there, take your shower, and get out.
Get out.
No, I didn't. I never like taking no shower where there weren't stalls. It was like some type of prison. Orange is New Black type. All the shower heads is all up there, all together, and then we just supposed to just stand in there, and you supposed to keep your eye on the shower head. What? No,
you gotta stay focused.
No,
concentrate on what you in there to do and get out.
No.
You sure need to, when you go to bed at night, you kneel beside your bed and pray. You need to thank the Lord you didn't join the United States military, because your ass would have been exposed.
No, I was not.
Yeah, you would have had to, and your mama was exposed. Yeah, you ain't got no soul. It's community. Everybody up in there washing their ass.
Even when I went to college, in college we had stalls for the shower. There was no big room with no 10 shower heads.
Well, hold on. Some of them had it. Some
in my dorm,
not every dorm had it.
Not every dorm had it.
Not every dorm had the secret separate deals.
In the female dorm I was in, we had shower stalls.
Go in there, shower, and get on up through.
No. And then furthermore, you didn't even, you would probably say, okay, well, I'm gonna go take my shower at night, because then that means everybody ain't all in there. I ain't trying to be in there with.
Now let me be clear. There probably is some kind of violation of rights or something, but back then nobody cared about that. You went in there, took your shower, and got on up out of there. Yeah, you was a little uncomfortable with it. Nobody's comfortable with it. Nobody's like, oh, this is great. This is amazing. But
I don't know.
What was you gonna do? Just be funky?
I don't know. Some people are very.
Some people comfortable. There were some people that were comfortable.
There was people that just walk around like they ain't had no towel. No.
Now I'll tell you. Yeah. Now I'll tell you this, Mama Noise. I did get up early a lot of mornings. I'll get up at 3 or 4, go take my shower. That way, do it that way. When it was more community based like that, I would absolutely do that.
True.
Because right before classes, it was like everybody and their mama trying to run in there at one time, and I was like dead that.
But in basketball and football season, you didn't have no choice. You just had to go wash your ass and get on out of there. So you just did what you had to do.
Ain't nothing like you get from a game, say a rain game, and you been in all that damn mud.
Yeah, you can't be going home like that. You got to go clean up.
You gotta get that off.
I wish you was freer on this subject and wouldn't be so.
What kind of free?
Free balling.
No, it was normal. It was natural. You had to. You had no other choice.
Okay. Over on my side of the fence, there was.
Huh?
You went home and took. I went home and took my shower.
I understand. But,
I'm just saying that's what I was taught. Because see, when you're young and you don't know any better, you say, even with our kids when they were smaller and stuff like that, they would think, okay, well, we're taking showers. We all got the same thing. I said, the devil is a lie. You better get your tail in there in that stall and change your clothes and do, because we I don't care if we all got the same thing. I'm trying to help you stay in your lane.
Well, one of the problems with our society, to a degree, we're so uptight about our bodies, much more so than other nations. Remember when Adam and Eve was in the garden?
No, I wasn't there.
I wasn't around.
Were they clothed?
That's what I read.
They were buck naked.
Right.
And they was the only people there, so.
But it was two of them. Doesn't matter. My point is, we as a society became very uptight about our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and wanted to, cover up and didn't want to show. And now we have obviously moved a little ways from that. We're a lot more open now. But Mama Noise, the way you're talking, you sound like an old fuddy-duddy, old ass woman.
Boy, you were getting so close.
You know what?
That
Right there.
Listen, I feel like this cussing is coming in.
I'm just saying, you don't say it so many times. Like I ain't old. You just a couple of years older than me, so you old too. And furthermore, what I want to say is, when I went to school, one of the things in school was they told you don't go around with bare midriffs. So you didn't go around with your belly out, or you didn't go around with bare sleeves and all that type of stuff. So there was things in
that
place.
was old. That what you just said was real old.
Bare midriffs. That's what they said.
Nobody calls
it that no more.
Well, it's probably in the school manual.
I went up to my daughter's school today. And this is a true story.
True story.
I like the true story when you tell them.
I won't ever lie to you about nothing. I went up to my daughter's school today. She's in high school. I took her something for lunch. And they were changing class, and kids were going from place to place as I was driving around the school trying to figure out which door she's coming out of. She kept telling me, I'm in the back of the school. Well, which damn door are you coming out of? So I'm like riding around trying to find her. And as I'm riding around, all of these damn kids are changing lanes, or changing classes or whatever. I said to myself, Self, you need to hurry up and find your daughter and get the hell away from up here. Because the way kids dress now at school.
First of all, I got questions.
I'm telling you, bare midriff. I saw one today at the school. I'm thinking, oh my God, all your belly, all that is out. We used to cover up your belly button. You didn't want to show nobody your belly button.
Used to be school against school rules.
I'm like,
it went at our high school. But I got questions though.
I never seen that at Western High School.
I got questions. What kind of high school do you go to that you could just ride around, find a door, and give your kid a goddamn lunch? What kind of school y'all got?
That is all.
The whole building is on lockdown. You can't.
Because normally they make you come to the front door.
Through the office.
Yeah, there are procedures, sir.
What kind of school y'all got?
I'm tired of you mother hubbas. I really am.
I was dead. It was a true question.
Maybe what we're forgetting is that she's going to a high school, and here the high school, maybe they let them leave campus to go to lunch off campus or whatever.
We could do the same thing, but when your parent came up to the school, you took your black ass to the office. They called your child. You gave your child your lunch. That's how it is.
Other doors open around the building, cause the fire alarm. Cause an alarm to go off. If there's a door open, there's not.
I'm not gonna snitch on you.
You ain't gotta say the school name. I don't want to say the school name.
Well, it feel like we in dangerously snitch territory right now. Like,
what are you talking about?
Ron asking too many questions. He asked way too many questions.
So what school was that let you?
I don't want no name. I'm just concerned.
To show you how normal it is for parents to do that. Now, if your kid is in class and can't come out of class, then you would go to the office. But if they're walking around, listen, where we are, it's normal. It was so normal as I was riding around. The volleyball coach, the athletic director, is actually what she is. She hollered at me, "Hey, Mr. Jordan, nice truck." Not why you on property, where you going. She hollered out nice truck because it's normal.
And she had options. So she saw.
Now listen, where I'm from in Jackson, Mississippi, you can't even get up to the school. The school got a gate, a fence around the damn thing because of violence.
Drug dealer?
Used to be when we was in high school, you could walk to the high school and go in through the back door. The back door wasn't even locked. Now, you can't do that.
Joe Clark said, I lock the doors to keep them
who's coming in.
And that's sad.
The
kids have to be in prison. Kids have to be in prison to be in school. That's sad, but it's a reality of ours.
It is.
Well, because public schools have always been a prison. It's literally designed to look like a prison.
And usually when there's an old man riding around with a lunch bag, they be thinking it's a pedophile.
My next question. Your old black ass right around in that black truck. Only thing you missing was a little bail.
Oh my God.
I'm no pedophile.
Oh, damn.
I'm no pedophile.
We know that, but you just
I don't know what's happening right now.
I will say this to you. I'm no pedophile, but I can see.
You said them little girls was dressed
But I can see though.
highly inappropriate.
I know one thing. I don't know about sending my kid to school in Texas. That's all I'm going to leave it at that.
Way too liberal. Way too liberal.
I know one thing. I wouldn't want to, as a male, teaching these schools nowadays the way these young ladies dress.
Well, I get it, and you can do it, but again, it goes back to part of the conversation we had earlier. You got to put safeguards in place, like strong, very strong guards and rules. I had some of the strictest rules in the building. Ain't no Mr. Spence, can I stay after class? No, yeah, I can't stay after class. Now, what we will do is arrange for you to come into the open office where all the teachers are, female and male, and then I can meet you there. But you ain't coming.
Spence, could you tutor me?
No, I can't tutor you. But what we will do is you can come to the open tutoring where all the teachers are. You can come there all you want to. And like even when I met with a student one-on-one, when I had to do it, I would go out in the hallway where the cameras were, so everybody could see what I was doing. You just can't take them kind of risk, man. You cannot. And this was 20 years ago. So imagine how bad it is now. You know, you just can't. You can't take them kind of risks with these.
DTA. Don't trust anybody.
Don't trust anybody, man. You got to put the rules in place.
I don't trust
safeguard.
Kids as far as I can throw them.
Yeah. I got educated in it early because my first year of student teaching, I was teaching in a middle school and an eighth grade kid that had been held back. She was challenged. She was behaviorally challenged. She said, Mr. Spence, I'll get you. You can get all this. I'll get you. I said, okay. Now I know what I'm in for. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that education because and I made her ass sit. Matter of fact, I had her move to a whole different class.
Because if she telling the teacher you can get it.
You can get it? What the hell?
In the 8th grade?
In the 8th grade. Well, technically she was supposed to be in the 9th grade. But
technically.
Technically she's supposed to be in the 9th grade. But still, that's awfully young to be telling a grown man you can get it. So no, I don't play them kind of games.
Listen, I really did feel sorry when I was in the middle school system. I really felt sorry for a lot of the black men. I was like, man, we need more black men teachers, but yet and still, them girls will be coming up and talk about, Mr. Taylor, how you doing?
We do need more black men teachers, but we need a school system that can support having male teachers. That's the problem. The school system does not put in fail safes and safeguards for those black men teachers to where those black men feel comfortable being in that environment. That's why black men typically will if they go teach, they'll teach things like PE and stuff like that, where they don't have to directly interact with those kids at all.
Well, hell, PE is worse. PE is worse.
It is, but at least you can push them away from you. Like you can go run around the track or go play dodgeball or get away from me.
Well, your ass in the middle of the gym. I'm talking about high school where you gotta show them how to hit the volleyball. You gotta show them how to.
Yeah, but you ain't got to get up close to show them.
Hey Tony, come here. Show her how to hit this.
Show her how to hit this ball. Yeah.
I mean, listen, but see, it was also at a time, back in the day, we didn't really know, we thought that whatever the teacher said, go, and people gonna always believe the teacher, because there was a couple of suspect teachers that was like, try to cop a feel or try to,
There are always teachers in schools that's screwing students. Always.
I was like, man,
I believe that.
I heard about it, but
because
I
I've
didn't
seen
think
it.
it was real.
Shit, it's in the news every goddamn week. There's a teacher screwing a student.
Always teachers screwing students.
I just thought, man, that was. But see, I remember my freshman year of high school at DuPont Magnet High School. Is that we were the first magnet class in the high school, but they were getting rid of. I never the senior students looked like they were like 30 years old.
They looked grown now too.
They looked absolutely grown. They all had
face hair. Too much. That's too much.
I mean, when I showed you,
Mama knows you never had a teacher you wanted to have relations with.
No, I didn't have no good looking. I didn't have no good
A
looking
whole lot of girls want to give it to some teachers, certain teachers.
No. I don't remember no good looking. I don't remember no good looking. And then to have a black teacher, that was a rare find. Cause see, like Mr. Noise, when he was down south, all their teachers was black because he was in a black area. See, I didn't have a lot of black teachers where I went to school.
Okay, I have breaking news.
Not at your school. You didn't.
No, it wasn't. It was a bunch of old fossils.
I have breaking news.
Well, give it to us. Hell,
well, if you shut your black ass up, I will give it to you.
Well, you said it more than once.
Because I'm trying to make sure, I'm trying to confirm and make sure I'm going through a couple of sources that I trust to make sure that this is real, but it looks like it is real. Kevin Samuels has passed away.
Who was that?
What?
The YouTuber Kevin Samuels has passed away at age 56.
No way.
It is confirmed. It is confirmed.
I don't even know him.
He's the one we argue about.
He was the one that was got known in the pandemic for giving dating advice and you helpers need to do this and you not a 10 and you this, that, and the other.
What's his name? Sanders?
Kevin Samuels.
Wow.
I think the news is just breaking now. So
it just dropped on Black Enterprise. It just dropped on there.
Yeah, it's breaking now. It is breaking now. Wow. Died at the age of 56.
I mean, nonstop.
Oh, dude, it's coming across like wildfire now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
I'm very surprised.
Was he sick?
I don't know.
And we've talked about him on the show
many times.
Yeah, we've mentioned him because his comments were very salacious. Like he was way over the top. Like, now I'll say this. Some of the women that he would talk about and in his YouTube videos, because he gave dating advice to primarily black women. Some of the women that he was talking to, I can't say that everything he said was wrong, but it was strong. It was very, very strong.
His delivery.
But there's still, so there are several people that are still trying to confirm it, but it looks like it's enough people have it. I don't know. We'll keep you posted on it.
Who cares?
It's a big story.
I mean, for real.
Why? Because he's 56 or because he was offensive?
More so because he was an asshole, and people are gonna yeah.
Well, and you're saying
Sean is saying heart attack. Okay.
Wow.
He was a slim guy, wasn't he? He wasn't fat.
No, he wasn't fat at all.
No, he was.
You ain't gotta be fat to have a heart attack.
That's true.
Right.
But 56.
But at 56,
Exactly. That I think that more than anything, it was that. You know, you say, oh, if he's like, oh, well, he was, 75, or he was 80 years old, and he just naturally died in his sleep.
56 is 56 is
The root is the website, theroot.com, just did an article 3 days ago. And the title of the article was, "When will Kevin Samuels finally be canceled?"
Yeah.
Wow.
That didn't age well at all.
Dude, I was just reading that when you were saying it.
I saw that. I was like, ugh, that's not good.
That
was so
was
wrong.
prophetic,
That
wasn't it? That's deep.
Well, we'll see if it's real or not. I don't know. He may have to do a video tonight.
What?
If he's alive.
Oh. To do a video and say that it was because I'm gonna tell you something. The internet is also famous for killing off somebody that ain't dead. You know what I mean? For the longest, I don't know. There are certain stars. Every time you turn around, so and so has passed, and they're like, "I ain't passed." Who keeps putting that stuff out there?
So Revolt has it that it's true. Mark Lamont, journalist Mark Lamont Hill, said he's gotten multiple confirmations from different sources that it is true now. So I don't know. We'll see.
USA News reporting it.
Is USA Today doing it?
News One just reported it.
I see News One.
This guy was pretty famous, huh?
He was pretty famous, but again, he was famous for being an asshole. Like he wasn't the nicest guy to a lot of people, and you're gonna see mixed emotions when you research the name, because there's some people that are gonna be like, he got what he deserved, and some other people are gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe he's gone, and so it's gonna be an interesting 24 hours to say the least about his passing. Wow.
Damn, 56, man. Wow.
56. That's young, man. Wow. So hate to end on a sad note, but
sad.
Well, sad to some. People might think it was.
What you sad for?
Some people might think it's sad. They may have been big fans.
It's still sad. The man died, man. I mean,
people die every day, Ron. Don't come in with that.
Listen,
it's sad that niggas. It's sad that people
Kyrie, you forgot who you're talking to. This is the man who tours cemeteries. So you have to understand that he is numb to that. Matter of fact, he goes there for fun to tour those places.
He should like when people die, because it means there's more people going to a damn cemetery. He can go see there's more cemeteries. The more people die, he should be happy.
Listen,
but it don't make it any less.
It was fake, seeing somebody die of a heart attack,
that's rough. Yeah, that's rough.
It's more.
I don't want to end on that story, so let me try to end on a halfway positive note. The final story will be this. Did y'all hear about the Versus that's coming up next weekend? Cypress Hill versus Onyx.
Not watching it.
And won't be watching it.
Cypress Hill is the both of them are rap groups. Onyx is best known for the song Slam. Slam. Let the boys be boys. And then Cypress Hill is probably best known for Insane in the Membrane, Insane in the Brain.
Yeah. They get 20 songs between each other.
I was thinking to myself when I heard the announcement, I was like, I don't know 20 of any of their songs. 20?
I gotta go look it up. I think they even had 20.
They may have 20. They're just not known to me.
20 B-sides.
Right. But that is the verse that's next. Cypress Hill versus.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I mean, they do got 20 songs. It's 20.
So
I'm just saying, lately the verses have sucked.
Wow.
Oh, damn. I'm noise.
I'm just saying, did they come out? They came out hot, and now all of a sudden everything is just like a puff of smoke.
The Mary versus BB and CC was good.
Well, let's move on. I told you that. I watched it because you made me watch it.
Ooh, Mama Noise.
You like, you got Mama Noise, you gotta watch it so that you'll have something to say about it. I was like, thank God it's already recorded, so all I can do is fast forward.
It's cold-blooded, Mama. It's cold-blooded. It's cold world out here, man.
Mama Knows I don't blame you. I ain't watch all of it either. I watched a little bit.
You just like, what? Oh, fast forward.
Well, nobody said you had to watch all of it. I didn't watch all of it.
You just like, what?
I watched a lot of it. I did watch a lot of it because I thought it was pretty good, but
oh, well, see, that's all that matters. Is you had somebody that said it was pretty good.
it was pretty good.
Just not me.
Me neither.
You had to know the music. You didn't know the music.
You know what? I ain't gonna go with you. You're not gonna go round and round with me.
Go around and around with what? You didn't know the music.
No, Mr. Joyner, he be trying to imply. Well, it's because if you grew up in
What's the implication? You didn't know the music.
If you go up in the church, you would know.
Oh,
I didn't imply anything.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. G Money.
Mama knows you didn't know. You didn't know the music.
I know Mary Mary.
You wouldn't like it.
And I know 1 or 2 songs by CeCe Winans, and that's it. And then BB gets on my nerves, so I just can't find myself sitting there watching all of it.
BB and CeCe were most popular when they were together.
And that was probably before my salvation. And so there we have it.
I don't know if that's true. They were more popular with the blacks.
That's before you found Jesus.
That I agree.
BB and CeCe more popular with the blacks before.
So why were you hesitant to you didn't know you're gonna be going around and around with me, and now all of a sudden you agree?
I agree with that one point.
Oh, okay.
Trying to tell me, I just couldn't get into them. They just were not mine.
I say all the time that the show that's coming up and different. I don't know those people. If I don't know, I don't know. Mama knows if you don't know gospel, you just don't know gospel.
I know some gospel. You're right. I don't know gospel like I know the old.
Actually, what you know is praise music. It's not really gospel.
What? Wait a minute. I know some gospel. You just saying because I don't know all them fossils that you know.
Let us go back to church. That was gospel music.
That is fossils, and everybody does not know all them people.
Jesus is coming. He's coming again. Let us go back to church.
And he's gonna say, Kenyatta, I'm so glad you picked up that Fred Hammond CD, because
I'm just saying what gospel was.
Did you just call them fossils?
I'm just saying. And the old hymnal books is falling apart, smelling musty, dusty.
I'm sorry, you wanted Jesus to be hip.
He came as hip as I could understand it.
That's why that music is ageless.
Oh, it's age.
You can still sing Amazing Grace with a good organ, and it'll still move you. That's the oldest gospel song we got.
I don't want to go backwards, but I do kind of want to go backwards.
Wait. Are you going to change the subject?
Just a little bit. Only because this is a true story. What I'm about to tell you is a true story.
True story.
Oh, no.
This is the kind of stuff that's being tweeted out about Kevin Samuels right now. Ernest Owens said Kevin Samuels has made a career off of shamelessly disgracing black women for profit. He emboldened the most toxic individuals to project tired and harmful narratives about black women. Dead or alive, what a disgraceful life to live. And that's all I got to say for that misogynist.
Was that Candace Owens?
No, that's Ernest. That's Ernest Owens.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
but that's the kind of comments that are coming out. Like, there's no people are actually excited that he's gone.
Wow, that's terrible.
Well, either you go get your flowers or you go get your when you.
Mama knows they talk about you when you're alive. They're gonna talk about you when you're dead.
So I don't know.
That's why you don't give a damn what they say about you.
But shout out to Cypress Hill and Onyx for doing the verses, and good luck to them. I think the weed heads will definitely be out for that one, because Cypress Hill to me has always been weed music, and since I never smoked weed, I don't relate.
You didn't think the other rap music was weed music either?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
You thought it was the Remy Martin or something? What did you think about the Innocent?
No, some of it was just ride music. Like you just throw it on and you ride and you chill, and you might play some cards to it, or you might dominoes to it. You might drink a little bit, party, whatever, dance, but there are some artists that are strictly weed artists. Like Cypress Hill is a weed artist. They literally have a song called "I Want to Get High." Right? So that was their thing. And they were one of the strongest ever Hispanic groups. So
Snoop Doggy Dogg at the end of one of his songs says, "Smoke weed every day."
That is very true. He had weed music. So I didn't listen to a lot.
He had less weed music than Cypress Hill.
Yeah, Cypress Hill whole brand
is about weed. Here
it is. Roll it up, light it up, smoke it up. That's one. Dr. Green Thumb, that's another. They had two versions of Dr. Green Thumb. Marijuana Locos, that's another one. Illusions, Hit the Bong.
Can you think of artists? Now you have to help me because I don't know the music.
Shit, high life.
So
yeah.
But can you think of artists that have never mentioned weed, rap music?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Heavy
for sure.
D, Will Smith.
Yeah, Heavy D, Common. I don't think I've ever heard Common talk
LL
about
Cool J. I mean, go down and listen.
Yeah, it's guys that don't focus on it. You know, like I said, some have never mentioned it. But Cypress Hill was not one of those groups.
But you never really considered Heavy D and Will Smith street rap music. That was more of a pop kind of R&B kind of rap music. It wasn't really street rap music. I'm talking about the street music.
Yeah.
What about the guy that died? The guy that died that's buried in New York.
Eric B. and Rakim didn't talk about weed in their songs.
Which one?
The guy that died in New York. They had the big old procession through.
DMX.
Biggie.
Yeah, DMX. Did he mention it?
What are you talking about selling it? You never talked about smoking it.
You ain't talk about smoking.
I never heard him talk about smoking it.
Yeah.
Maybe he did. I just don't remember.
But hell, Public Enemy, Eric B. and Rakim. I mean, we could probably go down the list and pick a lot of people that
didn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. And those two groups right there are pretty street. I mean,
I'm looking at some of these Onyx songs. I think there are about 7 that I know.
I didn't know it was that many songs, dude. I'm serious.
Like Slam, Shut 'Em Down, Throw Your Guns, Buck Bop. I know that.
Sunrise. I know that one.
It's not a lot.
Do you know?
Like 3.
I don't think it's enough. This ain't my verses, I don't think. Even though this is my age group, this might not be my verse.
Sometimes I feel out of touch with the people.
Well, because you was busy doing stuff, gospel
in the church.
Yeah, you was busy. You had another, and that's okay. Listen, that's okay.
You was working for the Lord.
Yeah, the millions didn't make it.
He was busy with them choir robes.
Cause millions didn't make it, but you was one of the ones that did.
One of the ones. Ooh.
Hey, glory! You felt that, didn't you? You felt that in your shoulder. Come on. We gotta get out of here. Thank y'all for hanging as long as you did. We sure appreciate you. Thank y'all to the Rewatch Gang. We appreciate y'all as well. Love each and every one of y'all. But we out this piece. Holla.
We're talking noise.